Good everybody, welcome back. Season 2026 is here and it's good to be back on the channel for the live watch-alongs. Sydney taking on the Blues at the SCG to kick off for the year, and well, it feels strange, to be honest. Time really flies by through the off-season, and then all of a sudden it hits March and we're already right into footy. Yes, I'm somewhat against opening round, but the good thing I think we can all agree is footy's back at least a week earlier. So keen to see hopefully good contest tonight. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm a bit rusty with the live streams. I was on my channel studio and just had a mind blank for like half a minute. I'm like, wait, where's the button to click live? It took me a little while to actually find it. And then, yeah, I've just realised the music actually wasn't playing for the majority of that countdown. So a bit rusty from my end, but we'll get back into the swing of things for sure. But yeah, I think the players are just lining up now for the pre-match ceremonies, but hopefully everybody's going well. Hopefully off-seasons have been swell, and of course we've been chipping away at the content on the channel. If you haven't seen the predictions and etc., footy tips the other day ago, hoping for a good contest. Yeah, I feel Sydney versus Carlton games are somewhat underrated in a way. They have their ups and flows, they go back and forth. Sydney do have a good record over the Blues, but I tell you what, opening round, you never know what can happen. Both teams are at their freshest point. Perhaps the best way to say it is may the best team win. How about this? 𝐓𝐴 𝐷𝐿𝐼, the Swans CEO, and he's also doing the emceeing for the opening ceremony, whatever you call it. But hopefully everybody's going well. 𝐬𝐴, good to see you back, and same to you, Dark Horse. Hopefully Swannies get the 4 points. Yeah, that'd be good, mate, to start off the season well. Because yeah, I mean Sydney, if we look at the graphic, Brisbane at home, Hawthorn away, West Coast away, and then Suns. I think that's in Adelaide. So some tough games in there. A few top 8 sides from last year. Obviously, both these teams will be seeking to make the top 8. And should I say, really now it's top 10. Because really 7th is the same as 10th with this new wildcard system. Yeah, I'd say Sydney, one of the expected rises. The Blues, expectations lower on them this year with the off-season they've had with a few key departures. But I tell you what, probably the most balanced list they've had heading into this season for a number of years now. And there's always those unexpected rises. I've been thinking throughout the off-season, I think Carlton, Port, Melbourne, one of those three could make a sneaky rise. But they certainly head into this game with confidence as well. They've looked really sharp in the pre-season. They've moved the ball well. Yes, it's only pre-season, but yeah, a few players like 𝐵𝐴 𝐼𝐿's been tearing up the track. I'm keen to see how he goes tonight. It wouldn't shock me if he really tears it up. Sydney seem to have this case sometimes against debutants that can really play blinders against them. So we'll see how he fares. And yeah, obviously, Carlton's midfield on paper still very, very good, even though they did lose a few important players throughout the off-season. Quick look at the lineups. No sub-rule, thank goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I think it was like just binning off. Even the coaches weren't a fan of it. So 5 on the bench, if you aren't aware. No more subs. Having a look at that midfield battle, speaking of it, Patrick Cripps, Sam Walsh, Ollie Hollands, I don't think he'll start on the ball. He might get a few centre-bounce rotations. 𝐵𝐴 𝐼𝐿, you think, gets a bit of time on there, but of course, 𝐿𝐴 𝐻𝐿𝐿. Cooper Lord impressed the back half of last season for the Blues, got more midfield time. Expect that to be the case even more. And as for Sydney's midfield, Justin McInerney did get quite a bit of inside midfield time in the pre-season, alongside Chad Warner, Errol Goulden, and Isaac Keaney as well. James Jordan, what does he do? Does he do a tagging job on Sam Walsh? That was the case last year. And yeah, Sydney's forward line, I tell you, I've been pondering about this throughout today, and it's like, wow, we've gone from having key forwards throughout games last year of the great Aaron Francis and Joel Hamling to now Charlie Curnow and the return of Logan McDonald. Sydney have really upgraded their forward line. McDonald feels like a new recruit in a way. But yeah, I think that's the first place to really look at, Charlie Curnow versus Jacob Wedding. It's going to be a great spectacle. Can they see how that one will fare out? But I tell you, if this one was at the MCG, I think the atmosphere would be 10 times better, to be honest. After going well, Garfield up the baggers. I think they're every chance tonight, mate. No doubt they'll bring some confidence, and we'll see how it goes from a four-quarter perspective. Aussie Trump fan, good to see you back in the stream as well, mate. Nice start to the season. Hopefully, yeah, we can get up 5 goals. Nice cup to win. We'll see what happens. Tip Swans by 25. I've gone us by 3 odd goals. I think that's a pretty reasonable margin. A lot of expectations on us leading into this year, so I do anticipate us to perform. But at the same time, it's a long season, so if we lose, we lose. But if we want to be a serious challenger, this is sort of the game where we've really got to get up and put Carlton to the sword. They do have a few out, no Nick Haynes, no 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐪, and a few role plays out as well. For Sydney, really, it's only Harry Cunningham and Braden Campbell who are best 23 that are out. So it's a pretty full-strength side for Sydney. But we'll see how we go. We will see how we go. Zach, good to see you in the stream. Deckers, welcome back, mates. Hopefully you're all going well. So no SR, mate. It's a long season. Right, plays in the coin toss. I'm about to do the coin toss. And I think they did the pre-match ceremonies for, I'm assuming, the Bondi Rescues. The Bondi Attacks. That was obviously very sad. And another sad thing, of course, we all knew the other day ago. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝 passing away. Very, very sad. Actually, there's a lot of iconic calls. Loved them on the footy video games. Obviously, condolences to him. One of the very best to do it. Perfect voice for calling football. That's safe to say. Yeah, very sad. But plays and huddles now. About to get underway. Plenty of new faces for the Blues. I think Michael Voss was saying the other day about 11 new players compared from round 24 are going to be playing in this game tonight. So plenty of change for them. As for Sydney, a few new ins too with Malcolm Roses, of course, 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐪 and 𝗏𝐼𝐴 across from the Hawks as a defender, but did play wing against the Giants. So do we see that tonight? Get a couple of wing rotations. That'll be interesting to see. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get underway. And of course, alongside Jacob Smith, Harry Dean makes his debut as well. Very highly touted key defender. I'm keen to see how he goes. Heard a lot of good things about him. So from what I've heard, he's the type that will just debut and not look back. Look like a 200 gamer out there, like a Connor O'Sullivan for the Cats. So we'll see how he fares. And Jake Lloyd starting forward. This is sort of what I anticipated. With no Corey Warner coming in, we only really had, James Jordan, if you count him as a general forward, but only Roses and Papley as our other general forwards. So Lloyd will play forward tonight. Yeah, he was up and down last year, Jake Lloyd, but he did make the move forward throughout last year, and I thought he had a few decent games in there. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Is 𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐪 going to be getting into Jacob Wearing? Looks like that won't be the case yet. But ladies and gentlemen, good to have your company. Footy's back for 2026. We start the season. It's the Swans versus the Blues in opening round. Oh, geez, right away underway. Geez, I'm not ready. Okay, here we go. In the middle we go, and Carlton will get the first centre clearance. So Zach Williams starting in the centre bounce. And oh, geez, okay, right away. Mark to Brodie Kemp. Just like that. Well, he has been pretty much the key person to replace the absence of Charlie Curnow with him departing the club alongside Harry Mackay. I thought young Hudson O'Keefe would have been a chance too, but he's currently in the emergency. So Brodie Kemp is the second man up, and there you go. Melican wasn't able to track his man well enough there. But, well, geez, this will be some start for the Blues if they can get a goal right away here. Slight angle for Brodie Kemp. Can he kick truly? Kicks on its way, and it's across the face. Right behind. Okay, now I can actually, sit down and bloody hell. The thing was, they had the shot of the forwards and the defenders giving each other a bit of biff, and then bang, the camera's just cut right away to the centre bounce. I wasn't even bloody ready. All right, ball in here. And half back. Gouldenstone on the forward line. Yeah, you'd think he'll obviously push into the midfield as well. Been hearing he's also a player that will get a bit of midfield time. Yeah, no, exactly right. Aussie Trump, very sad. All right, boundary throw in here. Grundy gets the tap down to 𝐼𝐴𝐻𝐪 Sarong. Gets a kick forward. And Jake Lloyd just sockers off the deck into space here. Of course, no touch, last touch rule into effect as well. Amadi hands over the top here to Chad Warner. Gives a hands, not good enough there for good. And that's now a last two rule. So, hey, they're going to be punishing those misplaced hand passes if it wasn't touched last by a player. That's going to be a free kick, obviously. Anyway, cleared out of the back line here for the Blues. Down the line, 𝐸𝐿𝐼 can fly. And a free kick's found here, and it's going to be holding to 𝐸𝐿𝐼. And couldn't quite hit the short kick here. Through to 𝐓𝐿𝐼 for Eagle, playing his first game for the Blues. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 does well to break the tackle. Down to 𝐼𝐿𝐼. And now Rowbottom hacks a kick forward. That's only as far as Ollie Florent. I'm keen to see how he goes tonight. Very underappreciated play, I think. Overall, as a Swan. Grundy back with the flight. That's a really good mark. And he gives a quick hands here to Riley Bice. So we want to go. And Bice's kick. Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag in pre-season. Had a few on and off kicks, and that was a bad kick. And that's another bad kick from the Blues. Turnover from 𝐼𝐿𝐼. Gives it now to Chad Warner. Has a bit of toe. He can hit a short kick. That's clever to 𝐼𝐿𝐼 𝐿𝐼 the booze. What can he manufacture, Charlie, for his first disposal? It's an effective one. He finds Joel Amadi in the pocket. How about that? Hopefully going well, Wolfie. Welcome back to the stream, mates. Who do you support? Get this question all the time. As you can see, the stuff behind me. That should give it away for you. But bad turnover there. I mean, it was two bad turnover kicks. It was first from Bice. I didn't see right away who that Carlton player was, but it's off the turnover. Oh, geez, Joel Amadi. He's hit the belly of the ball. A good fall to Roses here. Out the back, Elijah Hollins obviously signed as an SSP after getting delisted. And that's a bad hand pass. Don't think they'll be deliberate. Yep, it's going to be a ball in. Chop the volume a wee bit. So 450 stoppage here for the Swans. Who can get front position here? Gets a clearing kick. Yeah, only as far as 𝐸𝐿𝐼. And this one will be another ball in. Big year upcoming for Nick 𝐸𝐿𝐼. Very inconsistent last year. Had his influential games, but also he's capable of some shocking moments. So hopefully he can show more consistency this year. And with Mills and our key defenders back there, this could give him the chance to really be freed up as best as he can in this game. Nice hands from Williams. Out here to Sam Walsh. Good pre-season, I've heard, and he looked good last week against the Cats. Chipping ball finds Cripps on the wing. Goes down the line here. And it's a good ball from Tom McCartan on 𝐸𝐿𝐼. Ball in here, centre wing. So, as expected, Curnow on readering. Said no one ever. Grundy, front position. McInerney, pit net. Can't quite get a kick away. There's Jagger Smith's first touch. Inside 50. Bice should be marking that one. He taps out an advantage here for Rampy. 36-year-old this year, Tane Rampy. If you don't mind, out here now to 𝐼𝐿𝐼. His first game as a Swan. Nice hands to Bice. And he has a bit of space here to lure in a man, and he does. He gives it to Jake Lloyd, holding his width on the wing. Quick hands to McInerney. Needs to have a consistent year. Deep kick inside 50 towards the pocket. He's outnumbered here. Curnow, he still takes the mark. But I think the ball's gone out before he kicked it. No, it is a mark. I thought McInerney was out of bounds there. Right, Charlie Curnow, can he kick his first as a Swan? He's going to go for the left shoe. He plays on. Oh, and he hits the post. That would have brought the house down indeed. Good turnout though, looks of it, the SCG. 1 point each. But, mate, we're starting to show some good ball moving early on. Bringing some pace. Can now the Blues go end-to-end? 𝐸𝐿𝐼 lost his balance. At the back here, it works nicely for Ainsworth. The Jagger Smith, kick inside 50. Not a great kick. McCartan drops his lollies. Hands it over the top. It's a bad hand pass. Ainsworth picks it off. Now Brodie Kemp can maybe trickle one through. And he does for a goal. That's a lovely goal from Brodie Kemp. The Blues get the first of season 2026. Oh, I tell you, that really should have been easily intercepted there from Tom McCartan. Dropped his lollies and gives a pad hand pass and turnover. Blues able to punish. Good goal there from Kemp. 𝐸𝐼 got to be a bit stronger there as well. Yeah, I mean, that's just... it's early days. It's only opening round. We can give T-Mac a mulligan there. I mean, he's got to be marking that. And a bad hand pass too. But good goal from Brodie Kemp. Snuck it home with a beautiful bouncing snap. First goal, Blues. Got a new plant. Yeah, no, it's a beauty. Yeah, no, Mum got that in for me. It probably needs a bit of a water, to be honest. I sometimes forget to water me plants, but yeah, no, it's not a bad one. That adds a bit of colour, don't you think, to the backdrop? Anyway, Blakey, beautiful running there. How's the kick? It's going to be a shallow entry here. Bouncing ball doesn't favour 𝐼𝐻𝐞. Now 𝐷𝐻𝐿 Williams under the pump. Just gets the hands out. No, that's unlucky from Williams. I thought he just got the hand pass out there, but 𝐻𝐞, he's going to get the free. He's going to play on. He's going to go bang from 52. And it's across the face. It's already 2 behinds for Charlie. And oh, geez, Paddy Cripps gives it to 𝐻𝐞 as well. That's what we love to see. Sard now takes 3 bounces, and that's a good-looking kick. Should find more on the wing, and he does. Moy now chips a kick towards the wing, and he finds Big H. So both sides been able to show some good ball movement end-to-end, and now the Blues go inside 50. Grundy back with a flight. Another drop mark. Hayward can kick us first as a barger. He hits the... No, he's got it. Oh, I thought he hit the post, hit the goal umpire. Blues have got another, and it's Will Hayward. Another goal from the Blues from end to end. Yeah, not an ideal start, but still early days, I suppose. But geez, it's another one off really what should be an intercept mark. Drop mark from McCartan, drop mark from Brodie Grundy there, but Hayward. Oh, geez, it hurts to see him in a blue bag as Guernsey, but a player that I still love. I think it'll be a good pick-up for them, no doubt. Well, first goal's a blue from Hayward. 2 goals, 1 play, 0 goals, 2. Right. Then Grundy redeems himself, grabs out of the ruck and gets the clearance. Another shallow entry, though. Under this one, it's going to be 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐵. A good tackle from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. And Hewitt's able to get the hands out now out here to Adam Sard. Sam Walsh dishes the hands over the top here. He finds Cooper Lord. Impressive last year. Good movement here from the Blues. Now Zach Williams takes a bounce and a run. And he can go inside 50 here. Deep kick. It might get all the way. Takes a skid. It's across the face for another Blues minor score. Well, Blues now starting to get into this game, moving the ball well. Now to try and find a settler here from the Swans' point of view. Nick Blakey to bring it back into play. So Blakey now janks a kick. That's a nice one to find Tommy McCartan. Quick hands now to Errol Gulden on his left shoe. And does that just stay in for James Jordan? It might. Yes, it's a very nice place kick there into the bread basket of James Jordan. And now back here to Riley Bice. Hands now to Gulden. Now he goes towards the pocket. Can we have a fly? McDonald can't quite take it. Heaney. Good pressure there from the Blues. It was good there from Lewis Young and Wiedering. Now barrels out of the fence. He'll be coming back though. Riley Bice with an intercept mark. He goes quickly now. Short kick, not 15 there from Gulden. Just gets a little kick away. Good pressure again from the Blues. Cooper Lord now hands it over the top to Florent. Now George Hewitt. Few former Swans combining. And he just finds Harry Mackay 15 metres away. Yeah, I thought that was a bit unlucky. Williams got the hands out. Those are sort of one of those ones where I think the umpires are a bit blindsided, to be honest. Because both players' backs are in the way. That he wasn't. I'm assuming the umpire wasn't really able to see. He got the hand pass out. 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐵 just finds Lockie Fogarty, and now he plays on. Hits it back in board. Cripps can't quite take it overhead. Sheldrick on the ground. Oh, Juzzy. So that's what he's capable of, Juzzy. A few bad fumbles here and there. Sheldrick soccers it forward. Had a bit of time, though. And Harry Dean, the first gamer, gives the hands to the Blues. Gives the hands to Walsh, sorry. And now Fogarty. And Rampy's in a good spot. Can't take the mark. Cripps did well to bring it to ground. And ball in here just outside Carlton's forward 50. But Blues are starting this game really well, moving the footy with a bit of pace. Looking connected. And Walsh, good hands here, but a fumble from 𝐼𝐗𝐼𝐿 could result in the turnover. Blues alert at ground level though. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿, Fogarty, quick hands, just into space. Bit of chaos ball here. Tom McCartan under the pump gives it into space here for James Jordan. Oh, that looked like a bit of a throw. Nothing called there. Rampy clearing kick. Bouncing ball. Harry Dean mops up nicely. And good composure from the first gamer. Very nicely done. Gives it to 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿. A quick kick here. Finds Cooper Lord on the wing. Just outside Carlton's forward 50. He can reload here for the Blues. Now Lord inside 50. And Chard in a good spot. Takes an intercept mark. Wonder how Chard will go this season. Also another one of our stars that had a bit of a hit and miss season. Sard good closing speed but wasn't able to intervene. Gives the hands Jake Lloyd to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 Sarong. Inboard to 𝘚𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐼 𝐿𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐼 on his right foot. Oh, he's a bit iffy with that right foot at times. That's a bad turnover there. Blues mop up again. 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿𝐼 back here. And I think Wicks has given away a free here. It's a high against Wicks. Free for Ollie Holland. Oh, no, sorry, Elijah Hollands. Obviously the Hollands brothers playing tonight. Wiedering across now to Harry Dean. So 48 kicking efficiency. That's the Swans, and then the Blues have 63. So a bit of the difference early on, but the Blues there turnover. Sheldrick, that's a bad hand pass. Has to be better than that. Rampy to Sarong. Had a bit of time there, 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿 Sarong. High ball. Lloyd just has to make a contest, and he does well. Brings it to ground. Smith did well. Hands now to Elijah Hollands. Mopping up back to Jacob Wiedering. And across now to 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿. And not much to go to. So go to a contest and... Oh, just... Yeah, bad free to give away there from Grundy. We had the 2-1 in our favour. 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿 now can give the hands to McGovern. Deep kick now to the goal square. And Bice deals with it well. Ball in here. Geez, Paps, yet to actually get on the ground. It's been 10 minutes yet to see him. Reedy with the forward ruck. Puts it down to Sam Walsh. Snapping shot. That could bend back. Does it have the leg? And Brody Kemp mops it up. And it's got to be a ball in here. Reedy hits it down only as far as 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿𝐼 Sarong, and Lloyd does well to mark just at the edge of 50. Jake Lloyd now can hit a kick in ball. It's a risky one, but it works nicely. Nick Blakey, can we break? Oh, McDonald, that's a bad. Jeez, we've got a bit of the fumbles early on here. Another hack kick forward. Cooper Lord, does well to get the hands away, and Ollie Florent drops a kick beautifully short. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 had to do a bit better, though. Drops the mark. Blakey mops up to Rampy. Kick now to the wing. Oh, jeez, another drop from McDonald. Grass, the ball's a bar of soap at the minute, but good backing up here. James Jordan still yet to find a goal. We'll hit a short kick in board to 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼. So can he find a kick inside 50 here? Too much on it, out in the full. So it looks like 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼's spending quite a bit of time forward. Well, apart from a few nice attacking chains early in this game, we're looking at, geez, a bit rusty. Blues looking a lot more settled. And Mackay takes a nice mark down the line. So Mackay can go along down the line here. McCart can fly, does well to bring it to ground, and a good tackle there on 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼. Let's try and force a turnover here. Cooper Lord, nice hands. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼. Kick over the top into space for Fogarty. And I think he just touched that before the ball went out. And yep, will be a ball in. Yeah, no, it's well put, Jack. Mark and tacos. Oh, lovely stuff, Aussie, mate. Yeah, actually a bit of charcoal chicken earlier. Not too bad. Walsh now inside 50. Ball dropped short. Could have been marked there from Brody Kemp. Wicks, what a year he had last season. But Fogarty does well to keep it alive. Kemp can go with a check side kick. But just couldn't really get the technique on that. That's out in the full. So Papley's still yet to get on the ground. He was touch and go from, let's remember, he was touch and go for opening round. 𝐼𝐴 clearing kick now. So a bit of wing and defence for that man, 𝐼𝐴. So ball in here. Yeah, I would have minded if we kept Florin Isaiah. And to be fair, he wasn't part of the Curnow deal directly, as Hayward was. Yeah, it was interesting throughout off-season, people saying, oh, you know, he's not much of a loss, but geez, when we were multiple top 10 finishes for Florent, let's remember, in the best and fairest, and there he is, takes a good intercept mark and hits it in board to 𝐼𝐴. He's getting involved. 𝐼𝐴 having a real promising debut so far. Chips it now towards the wing and finds Campbell Chesser, the former Eagle. So Chesser now will drop a kick towards the edge of 50. Mackay can fly. McCartan gets the spoil in. And now McInerney. Oh, the hand pass could have been a wee bit better. Wicks probably just should have hand passed that one. And ball in here. Centre wing. I tell you what, no, I've got to update that Chad Warner emoji. It's looking pretty old. That's when he wasn't losing the feathers. That's still when he had the beach blonde hair. McDonald now crushes his way through. Wicks dumps a kick forward. Dean's in a decent spot. And looking like Curnow's given away the free. He thought he got it. So free to Wiedering. And he gives a bit of a smile to his former teammate. Now, Mitch McGovern. Can he have a more consistent year with his body? Back across here to Lewis Young. And now back here to McGovern. Across here to Jacob Wiedering. Down the line now, McDonald brings it to ground. And a free hit to James Rowbottom. No, sorry, it is to Logan McDonald. So, a bit of an uninspiring first term. Blues are looking a lot more settled than us. They're hunting the ground ball well while mopping up. Off our mistakes and just there again. Bad turnover, it's out in the full. John Strong, most disposals. I'm actually yet to see the stats. We'll check them at half time. Most disposals, there you go. Thought 𝐼𝐴 would be up there. Oh, assuming he will. Yeah, geez, Logan's had a pretty rusty start. Few drop marks, few fumbles. Pitnap flies for that one. And this one goes over. Another ball in. Oh, who knows, Raid, mate. He almost got... he's kicked two behind so far. He's been our sole point scorer so far. So he's getting a few looks, but apart from that, we really haven't been able to get much cohesion and move in the pill. Pretty fumbly. Pitnap did well. Feeds it down to Cripps in the high inside 50 here for the Blues. Bouncing ball. Works for Kemp. Gives the good hands to Ainsworth. Just gets it over. Cooper Law can find the goals. It's a good smother. Very, very good smother. Was that Dane Rampy? I think it was Callum Mills. I forgot, well, and see, mates, and yeah, no, it's been a while. I sort of feel it feels like both. It feels like yesterday round 24 happened, but at the same time, it feels so long ago. Anyway, Paddy Cripps now gives the hands. 𝐼𝐴, good pressure from Papley. Let's try and get one here off the turnover. Brody Grundy can't quite work the hand pass. Blues pressure good there again. Ball back in the coalface. Who can win it? Heaney outnumbered by a few Blues. Guernsey's another fumble. Cooper Lord, good hands. Ainsworth, nice composure. Kick could have been a bit better. Hewitt hunts. Best and fairest recipient, of course, last year. Cooper Lord does well. Back here to Dean. Pressure good again there from Papley, but we just can't get a clean possession. And, oh, it's going to be a free there against Dane Rampy. Well, that's I think that little sequence of play epitomises this first term from us so far. Just looking really fumbly and unsettled with moving the pill, but at the same time, the Blues' pressure on the inside is very good, and they're winning the ball back exceptionally well. I mean, that's not a 15-metre kick. Rampy just didn't have to do that. I mean, he dropped the mark there, but Rampy came in late. Hollands can go back, kick the Blues third here. Well, let's see if Ollie Hollands can kick this goal. He's had a promising pre-season from what I've heard. For the Blues, third snag of the game. Oh, geez, but he's made a muck of that. That's out the full. Yeah, exactly right, Dark Horse, mate. Big like, no, wouldn't shock me, Andrew, mate. But, yeah, looking unsettled out there. It's like we get into the swing of things, I suppose, as this game rolls on. McGovern reads it nicely, though, down the line. I don't think I've ever been told that before, Oliver, mate. I don't know if that's a joke or not, if you're actually being serious. Anyway, Mackay. That's another free given away here. Yeah, Mills in the back of Cripps. So Zero goals 2 plays 2 goals 2. Cripps, the skipper, can go for goal here and make it 3 goals. Yeah, looking undisciplined and not very clean out there at the minute. Blues looking a lot more sharper now. Cripps going to play on, increase the arc and go bang. It's going to be across the face, but he'll set it up deep. And it's going to be a ball in here. The Blues 4:50 stoppage coming up. So 35-22 contest possessions already in favour of the Blues, and outnumbering us quite a bit with the disposals. Ball at ground level here. Mackay's hand pass could have been better. Rowbottom now a clearing kick out of the 50. That's only going to be as far as Wiedering, but Amani did well to bring it to ground there. Ball in. Centre wing. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Dark Horse, Sydney looking pretty undisciplined out there. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐿, that's good strength there from Chesser in the contest. And now Williams gets another kick inside 50 here for the Blues. McCartan did well in the contest. Ball goes right to Cripps, though. Sorry, motorcyclist coming by. Kept now inside 50. Oh, another poor drop there. But cleared from Rowbottom now, and that's a well-measured kick. Out to Roses. He's got to get there, though. Exciting. It's about to say exciting. A bit of promise Roses did show in his pre-season games, but a fumble there. And geez Louise, we're looking fairly ordinary out there so far. So leading disposals, Walsh with 9, Cooper Lord 9, Blanky 8. Gordon now slaps it forward. Cripps back to Zach Williams, and it's a good smother there from Gordon. Okay, what can we do here? Rowbottom to Pupley, and air to Lloyd to McInerney. Lowers the kick, that's good footy. Finds Joel Amani with a kick inside 50. Well, it's been a while, but there we go. We've done something efficient for once. That isn't a fumble or a turnover or a misplaced kick. And Joel Amani can go back here. I tell you, when I used to play footy, I had the old Grip Tech tube with me, that adhesive stuff. This is what the players need, I think, at the minute. But that's what McInerney can do, some really nice chiseled deliveries inside 50. And he finds Joel Amadi. Hit and miss for the set shots. We'll see how this goes. But need to find a snag here before quarter time. Joel Amadi's kick. It's going to be across the face. 0 goals 3 now. And throughout last season, this was something that we weren't... that we were quite familiar with, goalless quarters, so could this be another case here? To start off 2026 wouldn't be an ideal way to begin the season, but is what it is. I suppose Grundy with a big fist, and they'll gain some territory. Forward, Ball in just outside our forward 50. Oh, who knows, mate? Hard to see a goal at the minute, Aussie Trump. But Grundy does well. He's had a good start. Probably, I'd say, one of our best players this first quarter. Cripps, good hands. Back here to Zach Williams playing defence. Well, moving back to defence, I should say. Bit of time in the midfield too. Mills mops it up nicely. Back here to Justin McInerney. And now a kick inside 50 towards the pockets. Wiedering and 𝐸𝐚. 𝐸𝐚 does well to bring it to ground. 𝐵𝐴𝐵. That's a really good half volley pickup. And tackled well from Amati. 36 seconds to quarter time here. Oh, which quarter? I should say which half, Aussie Trump. Here's a chance though. Forward 50 stoppage. McInerney hands it. Row bottom. Good pressure there again from the Blues. And good pressure there from us again to force a bit of a miss kick. Well done from Pitnet at ground level. 𝐵𝐴𝐵 gets a kick away. But we've mopped up well here. Do we have time for maybe one last entry? Mills. Good little fake. Oh, geez, bad turnover. He had a bit of time there, but he gives it right to Mackay, and that's probably going to do it for the first term. So, well, as I did say in my tipping video, that I'd expect this game to be a bit of a scrap, and that's certainly what we're seeing so far. But should I say, in terms of scrapping, it's more from our end. I think the Blues have had a really good start. But there is the first term. Goalless first quarter for Sydney. 0 goals, 3 plays, 2 goals, 2. Still early days, I suppose, but obviously not really the most ideal way to start off a season like that. Oh, geez. Well, that was underwhelming. That's safe to say. I mean, I bloody question across as some of our players forgotten to actually play football at the minute. We're pretty fumbly and unsettled out there, but still early days, I suppose. But no, Carlton have started real well. They're looking well settled. Their pressure's been great, especially when we've gotten a few half chances. They've done well to bring to win the ball back, and they're mopping up really well at ground level. 13 inside 50s to 8. Probably a bit fortuitous. It's only this margin, I guess you can say. The Blues have had a few misses, but to be fair, so have we. 13 to 8 inside 50s. Clearance is pretty much the same, but yeah, 44 to 27 contest possessions in favour of the Blues. They've been a lot better on winning that inside ball and gaining territory from it. But yeah, hopefully things can. We see a bit of smooth sailing throughout this second term. Looking a bit jittery out there. Shocking skills, yeah, indeed. Bit of rust early days. Well, that's all the excuse, only opening round. But as I did say again, I do expect this to be a bit of a scrappy contest. And I think we're seeing that as the overall sort of scheme of this game. A few turnovers here and there. But interestingly enough, marks inside 53 to 1 in favour of Sydney's way. But yeah, Blues have just been smashing us at the ground ball game. So I think that's where we need to start getting on top of. They've been a bit more ferocious around the ball. But yeah, geez, it's a few quiet plays out there. Haven't really heard much of Heaney's name. Papley obviously had spent half the quarter on the bench. Came on late. But yeah, we need a bit more from our on-ballers. Rowbottom with 5, McInerney with 5. Let's see the lead in disposal getters. Walsh has had a good start with 9 touches. 𝐵𝐴𝐵 been collecting plenty of possessions early on. He's also at 9. Cooper Law with 9 as well. So a few of the midfielders getting enough of it. And 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴 𝐼𝐿 obviously playing on the wing as we did expect with 8 disposals. Cripps with 8 and Nick Blakey also with 8. But it's looking rusty from us out there. A few fumbles, few drop marks, and really apart from that McInerney inside 50, not really much flow to our game so far. I think that's also at the expense of Carlton's pressure being pretty good. And yeah, McDonald is key to that as well, Taj. Geez, he can't do much right at the minute. Well, let's hope 𝐓𝐶𝐞 gives them the address they need, and we see a few less fumbles, hopefully in the second term. Hasn't played for a long time. Yeah, he basically feels like a new recruit, to be honest, Dom. He's out for some time, unfortunately, Isaiah, with, I think it's a stress fracture. So, yeah, he's been pretty luckless. He's one that I was keen to watch in the VFL throughout the early stage of this season, but unfortunately isn't the case. I think he's out for like 2 odd months. Only money this man kicks the first. Gotta love the Papley emoji. Yeah, man, let's see his time on ground. He only spent, I'd say what? Yeah, only spent about just a third of the first term actually on the ground. So I don't know. Is that a managing thing, or is he just getting on late? Hopefully we see more of him, because if he's fit to play, He's got to get out there more. But yeah, Heaney just with the one disposal, 1 touch for Isaac Heaney. Chad with 3. 𝐚𝐿 with 0 goals too. He's had a few decent moments, half the contest here or there. But yeah, very, very tough one-on-one player, of course, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐿. Yeah, I'll see how the game pans out, NG, but yeah, it's looking ordinary so far. It'll hopefully go well, mate. Need a bit of a lift here in this second term. But yeah, there's the ground ball stat there, so it is out of our favour. Got to start winning the source a bit more. It's like when Buddy left the Mighty Hawks to the Swans, there was no way they were losing that ground. Oh, yeah, I sort of know what you mean, Unique. Yeah, I mean, especially that 2014 grand final. Yeah, geez, they came headhunting for especially Dan Hannabury in that first term. They physically smashed us. But yeah, as we did say in the tipping field, I feel Carlton, well, the chips are down a bit. The expectations are lower. They'll be coming in this one with a bit of confidence, a point to prove, and yeah, they're looking nice and tough, and a lot more well connected with how they're moving the ball compared to us. So let's hope we can get into the game a bit more. We'll see what happens this second term. But still, yeah, overall pretty low scoring game. Only 2 goals 2, plays 0 goals 3. I think well, Vinny, mate. It's been a while. Yeah, same to your mum, mate. Yeah, the Blue Boys have started well. Yeah, no, definitely need a bit of a step up in the midfield, Unique. It feels like the same old issues, really. We need to just simply have more ball winners in there. Heaney only 1 disposal. Rowbottom's got his mitts on it a wee bit, but we need a couple more ball winners in there. Underway for the second term. And Chad Warner, quiet first term, gets first possession, but instantly tackled from 𝐓𝐿 and also Zach Williams. He's starting in the centre bounce like the first term. Heaney good pressure, but 𝐓𝐿 goes in again. Another missed kick. Let's win this ground ball. So that has been the issue in the first term. We do well to force it into a ball to be won, but we just can't win that ground ball. Walsh gets in there. Good pressure from McInerney. Ball spills out. Chad, a nice stiff arm, and he breaks away. And he drops a kick here to the wing, but the kick could have been a bit better for Rowbottom. Lloyd will arrive as the second man. Sard nicely mopped up. Can he have a more consistent ear for this body? It's a good hand pass to Fogarty. And a nice ball there from Tom McCartney. He's done, well, apart from the blunder of an intercept mark he should have taken, he's done some good moments on Harry Mackay. Yeah, definitely one that's got to get alive. But I think we just should start blaming the football at this stage. I mean, a few of our kicks, jeez Louise. Good tackle there from James Jordan. Jeez, what's Andrew Dillon doing on the bloody umpires bench? He's right in the thick of the action. So yeah, Jordan obviously on Walsh. McInerney gets a kick forward towards half forward, and this one's going to trickle out before player's able to touch it. So last possession there, Wiedering to bring it back into play. I wonder if they'll actually start counting statistics for the amount of last possession frees you concede, and that's a start I'm intrigued to see at the end of the year. Who's just like the most inefficient team between the arcs? Who gives away the most frees in that way? There's some good burst here from Chad Warner. He's lining up the goals here for our first Chad Warner. It's another miss. It's 0-4 now, and this is well, something we're not unfamiliar with a lot of behinds in a row and a few bad goal kicking. I've just had a flashback. Remember the Port game last year? Joel Amartey, 0-6. Wiedering is a deep outlet down the line. Couldn't take it, but mops up nicely. Gives to Hollands. And now to Cooper Lord. Had a good first quarter. Lowers the kick. Good spore from 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿. Ball to be one air at ground level, but this one will find the boundary. Ball in here, centre wing. I do like that rule change much. Yeah, that is true, to be fair, Austin. It increases the flow of the game, to be honest. So, yeah. I mean, initially I'm like, I don't know how to feel about it, but it isn't really too bad. And it sort of, it punishes bad ball use as well, so I guess that's a good thing. Boundary thrown here again, going a bit of territory. Have a go well, Solar and Shotter, welcome. Jeez, what's going on here? Oh, jeez, we're giving away free, so the undiscipline continues a bit here, but as expected, there's going to be a few spot fires. 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿, another good spoil. Kept now, bad hand pass. Chad picks it off. Now starting to get going this second term, and he has a bit of pace here. He takes 2 bounces. Who's he got? He's going to change the angles with this inside 50 kick. He's going on Papley's head. But Chaos Ball, who can win this out? Cooper Lord. Hands could have been a bit better. Sarong gets in there. That's a good contest there. And Blues win the ball back. That's a bad kick, though. Turn over here, Tom McCartan. Back here to Callum Mills. Out across here to Sarong, and now to Chad Warner. So chance to reload here. Warner's kick. He's going to pin the ears and go deep towards the pocket. McDonald. That's well done from Dean, one-on-one. Wiedering. Good stuff there from Williams. Has he done too much? The Blues have really looked good in their back 50 with their composure, and that's a nice outlet kick to find Cooper Lord on the wing. But we're not really finding many forward 50 winners at the minute. Mills with the spoil. Sarong, Grundy over the top here to Mills. Back in board here to Brodie Grundy. In board now to Heaney. Working the hands to Mills. The kick. That's well done from Sanders. The spoil. Ball to be one here again at ground level. Florent, just a bit of a soccer kick. Walsh. That's a clean pick up, and the Blues now work the hands nicely here. Sam Walsh over the top. Finds Will Hayward, the former Swanee, the kick inside 50 off the side of the boot, but it works here nicely to Brodie Kemp. Gives the hands. Ashton Moyer, can he break a tackle? Oh, bad fumble there from Hollands, and Wicks does well to intervene. Now to McInerney. Back here to Sammy Wicks. The ground opens up. Wicks goes bang inside 50. It's a bad kick. It's all going to be Jacob Wiedering there. Had a bit of time. And now Wiedering can just settle here. Now Wiedering will drop this kick short. And find Campbell Chesser. Bit of a wobbly kick there, but yeah, hands in the back there. It's going to be a downfield free here for Sard. Had a decent start of this game, Campbell Chesser holding his width on the wing. Injury-riddled time at West Coast for the majority of his time there since he was drafted, so hopefully for his case he can keep his body right. Well, that's something, unfortunately, Sam Wicks is quite capable of, Dominic. He is capable of a few of those questionable kicks by foot here and there. And, yeah, just a bad kick there. But that's what Hayward does well. That was him that halved that contest where Sarong could have got the ground ball. Florent, kick is smothered. Ball lands shallow here. Who can win this one? Cooper Lord, good hands. Brodie Kemp now can measure a kick to the pocket, and it's a good one. He finds the former Swanee again. Well, Hayward, he can go for his second here. But again, from inside or out, this is where the Blues have been beating us. Another ground ball loss there. But yeah, no, Kemp a really good hit up there to find Hayward. So, Will Hayward. Now, this is what he loves doing. These snapshots. This could go anywhere. It could go into Rose Ed, but he could hit it through the middle. Will Hayward for a second. And there it is. It's across the face. I mean, if you're a usual viewer of the streams, you knew when Hayward played for us, when he'd be in a range where he should be drop punting, he'd turn onto his side for a snap. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? 𝐼𝐴 So this is where I like him. A tall outlet down the line. Does okay to get the hand pass, but he puts us under pressure. Now Mills. Barreling kick, but they've set up nicely here, the Blues. Florin intercept mark. Now on board here to 𝐓𝐴. Now back here to 𝐼𝐴. I just realised on the SCG scoreboard, they've got the old Carlton logo. It's a bit amateur. Jacka Smith, oh, beautiful evasion. He breaks Amani's ankles. Gives it now to Hollands. That's a really well measured kick to find the skipper. And now inside 50 kick. That's well smothered there. Oh, clean spin move. Sorry, from Malcolm Roses. And now we can springboard here from halfback Matty Roberts. How's the kick? He goes to 1-1. 𝐼𝐴 versus 𝐻𝐻𝐪𝐺. 𝐻𝐻𝐪𝐺. He did well to half the contest, and that's going to be... Oh, geez, that looked like that ball went out from that angle, but it's going to be stayed in. Blues repel again. Dean over the top. Finds Elijah Hollands. Nope, bit of a bad kick there. Ball to be won here. Nick Blakey, got to get the hands out. He does. Sheldrick. Hits it to Heaney. Inboard now. Here's a chance. Goulden in good hands here. Over the top, Malcolm Roses. Has a bit of time. And now, deep kick here to Amadi. Can he get the grab? Good sport from Williams. And here we go. Well, looking like we're going to get finally our first goal of the season. Joel Amadi there. Zach Williams giving away the free. It looked like both players held each other, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, there's the jumper hold there from Williams. So Joel Amadi kicks our first. Hallelujah. We've got a goal. Well, just like that, all of a sudden, it's only a 5-point game. It's been a real scrap fest, this one. Low scoring. What a way to kick off the season, eh? Dear me, 1 goal, 4 plays, 2 goals, 3. But that just epitomises it. The Blues have looked a lot more settled than us, but they've also been accustomed to a few skill errors there, and that's a bad one from Hollands. We're really seeing some rust out there. But, you know, Blues unlucky to concede that. I mean, again, really well set up in defence. Roses is the outlet hand pass, but it's like it was about a 1-on-4, 1-on-5. They looked really well set up in defence there again. But yeah, we needed a cash-in opportunity. 0 goals, 4, finally get one. Right. Well, sometimes you just need that goal to really get your ticker going. Ball to be won here in the middle, but Sam Walsh gets there first. The tap in the direction of 𝐻𝐿. Paddles in his advantage. That's an incorrect disposal, but sort of in the process of trying to get it out. So, okay, ball in there. But yeah, as we did say earlier in this quarters, Jordan on Walsh, as we can see in there on that stoppage. Grundy gets front position. Just looking pretty fumbly in here. Rampy just box kicks around the corner. This could fall to Amadi. Clever little tap there from Lewis Young. Hollands getting plenty of looks. And now he goes inside 50. High ball. Roberts. Good composure to get it out and away. High ball here, and it should favour Joel. Got to be marking that football. Lloyd mops up nicely to 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐴. Can hit a kick in board here, and it's a nice one to Chad, but well done there from McGovern to intervene just in time. Is that... Oh, geez, I think that's pretty unlucky, to be honest, there from Chad. What's the free for? Let's see, is it high? Jeez, what was that free? Was that in the back? I thought Chad was unlucky there, but a bad turnover intercepted here from James Jordan. Now Sarong. Oh, nice little composure there, and that's a good kick. Liking a few of 𝐼𝐴 moments. Oh, geez, 50 metres. Okay, so McGovern held Mills a bit too much there. I think he's a bit unlucky. Well, Mills, is he in range? Probably just on the edge of his range, I'd assume. Well, Callum Mills can give us a lead just like that. Callum Mills. Isn't a bad goal kicker hero there. Can he go bang the skipper? And it's a high ball. Has it got the leg? It does, but it's across the face. So that's 1 goal 5 now. Well, it's an interesting game this. We have more scoring shots, but the Blues are really beating us around the ball and also just general disposals too. Showing a lot more control in their game. Funny old first half. This is almost halfway through this second. Florent now. Out of the 50. 𝐓𝐿𝐷 versus 𝐴𝐴𝐿, but he gives away free there, '𝐼𝐶𝐰. He's been pretty ordinary so far, 𝐓𝐿𝐷. Had a disappointing opening round game last year from memory against Hawthorn too. And now Hewitt down the line. Milligan in a good spot. Grundy takes the mark, if you don't mind, against Liam Reedy. Obviously, his first game across from Fremantle. Grundy's kick could be a bit better, but Roberts can show some courage, and he did well to at least commit for the pill. And a ball in here, centre wing. Yeah, I use KO Jack, mate. Yeah, we use Foxtel, but so much more expensive these days. And to be fair, that's the same with KO. KO is ridiculous, the pricing. It just keeps on increasing price every bloody year. Grundy does well to get front position. Chad now to Roberts. That's good hands there from Muddy. McInerney now crushes through a couple, and can he hit the kick? Yeah, good kick there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐷. Papley plays for the 50. Don't think he'll get it. Yeah, okay, good call. Right, this is definitely in Papley's range. But that's what we like to see from McInerney. Some really good chisel kicks. And yeah, picks it out beautifully. You get a mixed bag with McInerney. He can hit those beauties, but then he can just absolutely hit the ball on his shin. Right, come on, Paps. Can we hit the lead? He's had, again, a bit of an interrupted pre-season here and there. At least he's starting off the season in the seniors. Can he get going here? Tommy Papley's kick. And hits the post. Another behind. 1 goal 6. Dear me. But that's better there from the stoppage. I mean, really well done from Grundy. I think he's been one of our best this first half. And, yeah, Chad really now starting to show some efficiency with ball in hand. Rolling by. Haven't heard his name much. Kemp, nice hands in board here to Ainsworth. But that's a turnover bias. There he is. Some good toe. Oh, what a chase down effort from Brody Kemp. He's been excellent, Brody Kemp. Great tackle. And that's a key forward doing that, by the way. And Kemp hits a nice 45 kick here out to 𝐓𝐿𝐷. So, can the Blues now find something inside 50? Haven't had too many marks inside 50. Can they find one here? Reedy gets up. Mackay. Reedy again gets a quick kick forward. Zach Williams twisting, turning. Rowbottom, Mills, Roberts. Oh, just gets the kick away. Oh, bit of a bad bounce there for Sarong. And it's a ball in here. 4:50 stoppage upcoming for the Blues. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, gents, if you haven't already. First game of the season. Oh, geez, it's looking excellent. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting this, to be honest. 12-15, Christ. It's like an NFL score. Here we go. Here's a bit of action. Ashton Moore bursting through, gets a kick away. Mills holds his ground nicely. McCartan will just take that one over. Another boundary throw in here. Fogarty taps it up. Punches it for a bit of chaos. Ball here for the Blues. Hollands tackled well from Bice. Punters Club at the pub is best sign up for 4 pubs. Oh, geez, mate. Sounds like you're having a good night, Abdullah. I'm having a good night myself on the waters. All right, a block free kick here. Free to McDonald. So Krebs still in the forward. I think, was he doing the forward ruck in there? I assume he was because he gave away ruck free. McCartan, nice little fake. Kicking out of the 50 now. Roses presents the footy. Smith Ball to be one here. Cooper Lord gets in under. Bad hand pass. Sarong off the turnover. So he's now starting to force some turnovers this second term. Rampy, twisting, turning. Sarong. Good hands. Here to Roses. Inboard now to Sheldrick. Has a bit of time. Gussie. What can he manufacture? Low flat kick. Can't quite take that one. Chud. The spin move's nice and good strength in the contest there. Goes inboard. Finds Nick Blakey. What can the Lizard find here on his favoured left? A deep kick inside 50. Chance for Gordon out the back. Can't take it. Can he recover? He can. Twisting, turning. Gives the hands back. Malcolm Roses. Can he find some space? First versus a Swan. And he's got it. Beautiful stuff. Get around him. That's what we want to see. Bit of zip. Bit of flair from Malcolm Roses. Lovely stuff. Gets his first as a blood. And hallelujah, we've actually got a goal. Cross had about 25 behinds in a row. But just like that, we're in front. It was an ordinary first term, but yeah, we're now really starting to roll the ball in our favour. It's been a better second term. We're starting to win the ball back a lot more. Again, we're seeing a lot of scrappiness from both teams, like there, half chance, ball to be won. But yeah, Chud's really lifted this second term. Some of his stuff at ground level has been really good. And Blakey, it's a good kick to Gordon. Really, he was capable of marking that pill, but good composure, gets the goal assist. Nice. Yeah, especially with the absence of Braden Campbell, we need a bit of a flashy left footer to really hit the scoreboard for us. Look, obviously across from the Gold Coast Suns. Gets his first as a Swan. It's 2 goals 6, plays 2 goals 3. Looks like there's going to be a 666 warning upcoming here. Reminds me of Lewis Jetta. Well, at least he hasn't replicated Lewis Jetta's form, not kicking 17 points in a row before he kicks his first goal. Christ, was it 17 or something? There we go. Good stuff. Rowbottom wins the ground ball, gets it forward, but he probably should have just booted that, to be honest. Ball to be one here again. Jordan, good hunt. Walsh goes in too. Bit of a fumble, and now Hollands comes out with it. And here, the Blues can work some hands. Jagger Smith to Sam Walsh. The midfielders combining over the top. Fogarty's got to watch out. Rampy had to do better there. Fogarty goes in again with a hand pass. Elijah Hollands, toe poke into the advantage of Ashton Moy. Rowbottom, great pressure there. Ball to be won. Rampy flicks it up to Wicks. Tap in the direction of Hollands. Few fumbles here from both sides. Who can be the cleanest? Roberts did well. Good mopping up, and Jordan torpedoes it out of the defence. And this one will be mopped up by Jacob Wiedering. And a good composed kick finds McGovern. And back in board here to Elijah. No, sorry, Ollie Hollands. I'm getting the Hollands. Hollands is mixed up. And a short 45 to find Ollie Florent. Now, this is where 𝐓𝐿 can be good. Some nice kicking inside 50 he can do, but he's going to go deep here. Amani in defence. Roberts just barrels it out of the 50. I'm liking Roberts in this second term especially. I think he's shown a bit of composure. That's why we want to see more of Matty this year. Oh, geez, Malcolm, terrible kick. He's hit the side of the shoe. But anyway, half contest here again. He does well. Does very well, Malcolm. He's going to get a hole in the ball. Well done, Malcolm Roses. Well, that's how you redeem yourself. Starting to show a lot more hunt in this second term. Justin McInerney. Hands over the top here. Joel Sarong. Goes inside 50. Chad flies. Dean in a good spot. Papley, nice roving. Plays for the hold. Not going to get it. Well done there from Harry Dean, the first gamer. And cleared now from Fogarty towards a one-on-one. Kemp, good body work there against the mismatch of Wicks. Does he have the toe to break him? He does. He hand passes to himself to keep the ball alive. Has to go in again. Oh, that's going to be high. Anyway, advantage played, I assume. Back with the flight. Oh, James Rowbottom. That's an excellent mark. And we want to go quick here. Ball in fast motion in the minute, and Roberts will look to slow it down. Matty Roberts. Good kick. But yeah, like Matty Roberts, as I said earlier, I think he's shown some good poise back there. He's probably been one of our more composed defenders. Still seeing some hack kicks, but they are coming off. McDonald now, inside 50. Chad can fly. All right, this is where 𝐼𝐴𝐶 needs to impact, but he goes to ground probably a bit too easily there. And looks like he's copped a bit of a knock to the head. Ball in here. Hopefully Heaney's okay. Let's see again. Oh, gets a bit of a knee to the temple. Florence going to be suspended. Suspend him now. Nah, it was the accidental there. Anyway, cleared now from Florent. That one's going to be no good. And that will just stay in the field of play. Oh, no, sorry. It was tapped from 𝐼𝐿𝐴 before it went out, so got to be a ball in. Yeah, geez, that's a nasty one. Ball in here. Oh, Hollands now gets a clearing kick forward. Can they find a mark here? The Blues, they can. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻 quickly plays on now. Can the Blues find something? Is going to go for goals here. The former son, Ben 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻. Malcolm Rogers kicks a goal. And then another former son kicks a goal of Ben 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻. Blues finally get a goal. It's been a while. They get their third. First of the quarter for them. And back in the lead. 3-point margin. We'll see this again on the replay. Probably a bit too easy there. But yeah, could Ben 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻, similar to Roses for the Swans. The Blues are also a side that needs improvement in the small forward department. And yeah, that's 𝐵ICE's man there. He just got caught lacking. But a good kick from outside 50 skids home. So Blues back in the lead. Well, 2 goals, 6 plays, 3 goals, 3. Ball back in the middle here. Grundy gets the hit out. Nice hands there from Jordan to 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻. Centre clearance his way. Hollands drops the mark he probably should have taken, but he does well to recover. Jagger Smith, the quick hands to 𝐷𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻. Kick forward, only as far as Blanky. Another fumble there, though. Fogarty does well to win the ball back. Clever little toe poke there from Williams in favour of Campbell Chesser. And now hand pass in board to find the former Swanee 𝐷𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻. Punts it inside 50. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 can fly. Good spoil from Grundy back with a flight. Rowbottom now. Bit of a fumble and he's lucky there to get the free. High tackle. Yeah, it's been another real scrappy quarter this, but a bit more free flowing at the same time. And 𝐸𝐿𝐴 now goes to the edge of 50. Young probably should have taken that mark. Chad Warner now. Can he keep the ball alive here? He does very well, Chad. Gives the hands to McDonald. Now to Gulden. Back here to Jake Lloyd. A high ball now inside 50. It's not a great kick. 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻 under the pump. Or this might work for Roses. Clever little tap. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻 just couldn't get the purchase on the kick. And it's going to be an intercept mark to Campbell Chesser. That was a nice little tap there from Roses. .250 till half time. Blues by 3 points. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 can, sorry, that's 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻. The big man can fly. Can't take the whole thing. Ollie Hollands getting plenty of the footy this half. And a nice ball from 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐻. This ball will stay in. No, it's gone out. Florence not a fan of Isaac. Yeah, geez, how about that early in the quarter where he pushed him over. But yeah, Gulden spending quite a bit of time forward. But he's on the ball in this stoppage. Grundy tucked forward. Does find Gulden. Quick hands back to 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻. Not the greatest hand pass there, but Jordan Hunts. Lord back here to Sam Walsh. Twisting, turning. Now gets the ball forward here for the Blues. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 is the outlets. That's a real strong mark. That's where he's really good, Harry 𝐸𝐿𝐴, with his marking ability down the line. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 now. Reedy hits it down. Moyer, 𝐷𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐵𝐻, and now Cooper Lord. Good pressure there from Rowbottom. Oh, geez, I think Rowbottom's pretty unlucky there. Didn't really look like a shove in the back from that angle, but is what it is. Cooper Lord now. So what can the Blues find here inside 50? Another high ball up. Can they find a mark? And they can. Big mark. 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐻 takes the grab against Grundy. All right, well, can the big fella kick a goal here? Yeah, just too strong there for Grundy. Gets the arm right in the chest, pushes him away. All right, it's a ruckman, so this could go anywhere, but Let's see if he can guide this through. Mark Pitnett. Yeah, kicks it beautifully. Blues got 2 in a row. And a bit of a buffer here leading into half-time, potentially minute 14 to play. Looks like Heaney's off the ground for a concussion test. That's no good. Well, there's some important snags here for the Blues. Right in the striker of half-time. Ruckman kicking truly. So ball back in the middle, yeah. Hopefully Heaney gets up because, geez, we need a bit of spark from him in this upcoming second half. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐷 gets the clearance. Touch ball. Oh, geez, this bounces over a couple. Lloyd now can tap it forward. Roses continues the tunnel ball. McDonald, Logan out here to McInerney. Just need to find an outlet here, but nah, geez, that's badly worked there. And the Blues exit the 50 to find more on the wing. Well, I suppose it's a better quarter, but yeah, it's just still overall a real scrappy game of footy. All right, 40 seconds here. Blues might have one last chance to go inside 50. Hayward now measures a kick towards the edge of 50. And got to be a ball in here. Throw it in. Geez, could have been a free against Goulden there. Back kick from there. 𝐓𝐿𝐷's kicking has been pretty ordinary. I mean, that's an area that has to get better in his game. Inside 50 now. And Pitnett can go again. Touch ball. Hayward snapping shot. Ooh, he's usually capable from those angles. That's a bit of a let off there. Just on 5 seconds to go till half time. So low scoring half of footy. Blues by 10 points it's going to be. Bias to bring it back into play. 2 goals 6 plays 4 goals 4. Well, I wasn't wrong in my pre-match thoughts. Really, this would be a fucking scrappy contest, and that's what we're seeing. But the Blues definitely do deserve lead. That, in a way, they could be up by more. Perhaps they've been unable to put us to the sword to the absolute maximum. We've been also quite inconsistent with our goal kicking. 2 goals 6. But only 10 points at half-time. Low-scoring affair. But yeah, the Blues have looked very impressive. They look settled in defence, mopping up well. But I thought Sydney got the better of them in the second term. Started to win a lot more ground balls and work the ball forward. But geez, at the same time, it's looking definitely quite rusty out there. A couple of fumbles here and there. A few place miss kicks. But a bit to like from Sydney's side of things. I think Josh Strong's had a pretty solid half. He's looked composed with a couple of his disposals. 15 disposals for him. And yeah, Chatham a lot more of a better second term, starting to win some important ground ball. McInerney, a few better kicks from him. Brodie Grundy, probably been one of our better players, winning the hit-outs battle against Reedy, 17-11, and Pitnett also has 6 to his name. He's been a presence around the ball for us. But yeah, I think the best way to put it is I think I've seen better games of footy than this, for sure. Badge, hopefully going well back. Hopefully going well, mate. Welcome. Rose is looking pretty dynamic. Yeah, he's been pretty quiet, though, to be fair, apart from that goal. A few nice taps here and there. Yeah, but yeah, it's the best way to put it. It's looking bloody rusty out there. The connection. I mean, it's really for both teams. I think the connection inside 50 has been really the issue for both sides. I think between the arcs, Carlton overall are getting the better of us, but I'd say the second term we were able to turn the screws a bit better our way. Forced some turnovers, half some contests more in our favour. Yeah, like 2 goals 6. We've had some opportunities to put it on the scoreboard, but haven't made the most of opportunities here or there. Plus 6 inside 50s for the Blues their way. And yeah, plus 20 contested possessions Carlton's way as well. Zach Williams with 5 clearances, Sam Walsh with 3. James Rowbottom lifted in that second term. He's got 3 clearances as well. Sam Walsh, 381 metres gained. He's had a good half of footy. 369 metres gained for Ollie Florent. Really nice half he's put together too, 𝐼𝐴. He showed some good composure. And Cooper Lord's also had a really promising half out in the wing, 18 disposals. Colour-Bills with 12. Chuddy Warner 10. And yeah, Sheldrick 11 touches, but yeah, he's. I mean, if we have a look at the disposal efficiency, I'm sure that would be down the lower end. 18%. It's not good enough. Not good enough at all. Well, thank goodness it's the first game of the season, because it's yeah, I think you put it well, Smith, mate. It's looking pretty ordinary out there with the skills. And really, we're seeing that from both teams, to be honest. Blues have also been pretty scrappy too going forward. But yeah, they are still getting overall the better of us around the footy. But let's hope the second half can open things up a bit. I think we had a much better second term than that first one, at least from a ball-winning perspective. But yeah, geez, you can definitely tell it's the early stage of the season watching a half of footy like that. It's very, very similar to really last year's Sydney and Hawthorn game. That was also a pretty scrappy game of footy too. Yeah, no, they've moved the ball pretty nicely. Smith, some good chains, some good quick hand passes here or there. Yeah, and again, they're
Almond Magnum time.
Settled than us behind the ball. Oh, Almond Magnum time. Oh, I enjoyed, mate. Thanks very much for the $5, Aussie, mate. Always appreciated. All right. Well, might as well. It's been a while since we've done a footy grid. Might as well do one of those. But yeah, only 10 points, so the game can open up a bit more, as it did in the second term, to be honest. But yeah, geez, just scrappy left, right, and centre, fumbles, misplaced hand passes. Just like going inside 50, it's looked pretty ordinary. That's safe to say. There's not real much spark down there, and yeah, 𝐴𝐥𝐿 getting really well held too from the 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 𝐼𝐴, of course. So obviously like to see a bit more of him. But yeah, Gulden's had a quiet half for football too. Just the 8 disposals for him, but 5 tackles to his name at least. Well, I haven't had a Frosty Fruits in a while. Not a bad piece of confectionery. All right. Let's see if the AFL grid game is still a thing these days. I think it is. Because I remember one of the AFL grid games just stopped working. Most popular. My grid. All right, here we go. We've got a Carlton and Brisbane theme one here. I feel this is the exact... Oh no, this is March the 5th. I feel... Because it's Carlton and Brisbane themed, I thought it'd be like a grand final one from last year. I might as well go with this one. Yeah, just again, like three touches for Isaac Heaney, 5 for Curnow, Bice, Only 6 disposals for him. He's shown a few flashes here or there. But it was good to see at least Roses get his first goal as a Swan. That was certainly up his confidence, especially as the game wears on. Yeah, so hopefully he's okay again with that concussion. Yeah, exactly right, Aussie, mate. Yeah, questions need to be asked, 𝐼𝐴. It's, yeah, nothing short of ordinary with how we're moving the pill. The Swans hopefully pull ahead in the second half. We'll see, mate. I mean, we've done this before. We can have scrappy first halves, and then we start to show a bit more confidence and connection with how we play. Hopefully going well, Blue Bugger. Going well myself, mate. So hopefully you're going well. Yeah, boys are looking pretty good. I mean, really, it's been scrappy from both sides, but I think the Blues on the inside are definitely beating us. And, yeah, they've shown some good flashes moving the pill themselves. Hayward and Ainsworth, of course, with new recruits kicking goals. All right, let's have a look at this latest grid lead to pass the time. If you are new to streams, lads, we always love doing a footy grid to, 10 minutes till 3/4 time. There we go. All right, Collingwood and Brisbane. So again, as I said, I thought this was bloody from last year, but then I check here, it's March the 5th because I thought they would be lazy and they haven't updated since the last because obviously these two sides were grand finalists. So, prelim finalists, I should say. Sorry. All right, 150 games for the same club. Same club. So is it? Yeah, okay. We'll go Paul Williams, Swanee. I'm assuming he played 150 games. There we go. Always like going Paul Williams. You go for the former Swannies. It's Big Charlie. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Blue Fog. A bit of banter, mate. Yeah, as we said, Wiedering's very good one-on-one, so I felt it'd be a tricky task tonight for Curnow. But this is where I hope McDonald and Amati really get off the chain as the second and third man up, but they've been quiet themselves. But, oh, geez, I tell you, if Curnow's a quiet game, social media is going to be going off. We'll see how things pan out the second half, mate. Where can I watch this? Oh, you're watching it right now, mate. No, I'm only joking. It should be on free to wear if you're from Australia, mate. Did anyone have Carlton? Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm assuming you mean as ladder predictions. As I said, I felt Port, Carlton, and Melbourne will be one of those three teams that make the jump. I went Port, but who knows? Like, have a crack, see how things go. Okay, Brisbane, 150 games for the same club. What if Bradshaw played? Okay, cool. Another former Swanee. So you go to the former Swanees, the ones you know. Right, no grand finals. Who are we thinking here? No, plenty of options here, to be honest. 150 games to the same club. Let's go Jared 𝐼𝐵𝐺. 0.4%. Collingwood, Dan McStay, teammate. Did Trent? No, 𝐓𝐴 arrived in 24, didn't he? Dan 𝐓𝐴 arrived in 2024. I'm just thinking. Josh Carmichael, let's go him. 1%. Brisbane, Dan 𝐓𝐴 teammates. We'll go. Why did 𝐓𝐴 play 2014? No, Tom Bell. 0.8. No grand finals, Dan 𝐓𝐴 teammates. I'll probably go a Brisbane play here. Was it? I forgot his name, but it was like he used to play for Essendon too. Was it Josh Green? I think it was Josh Green. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully Swannies step up in the third quarter. Yeah, let's hope, mate. Yeah, definitely. I mean, really a bit of rust from both teams. Carlton have a bit more, looking a bit more well settled than us though, and hence why they have got the 10-point lead and a bit more territory. But look, things looked slightly better in the second term. At least able to win the ball on the inside a bit better. Yeah, that's the hope, Aussie, mate. Hopefully we can find that reason. No, this is not a bad grid so far, ladies and gentlemen. All purple. 5+ finals wins. Collingwood. A lot of options you can go with here. Jack Chris, Pendles, maybe a few former players too. We'll go Darren Jolly, another former Swanee. 1%, there you go. Brisbane, 5+ finals wins. Craig Bolton. I think he could be a decent one. Yeah, 0.1. Oh, almost a unique there. 0.1 almost. Oh, Supersonic, mate. Betting's a fool's game. Nah, jokes. You can bet if you wish. I don't really mind. But, geez, that's a bit of a stitcher. Hopefully you don't lose more money. All right, so Craig Bolton. Let's finish this one off well. No grand finals, 5+ finals wins. There's only 22 players. Jeez, this is actually going to be tougher than I think. 22 possible answers. Jeez. +5 finals wins and no grand finals. I think maybe like a... Nah, Nick Rewalt played in a grand final. Would someone like I'm just thinking like Adelaide won a lot of finals throughout the early 2000s. They didn't make a grand final. Oh, of course, Port Adelaide. Let's go with them throughout the 𝐚 𝐎𝐿𝐼 tenure. Charlie Dixon. Oh, we stitched it up. I mean, yeah, I should have gone with someone a little bit, obviously someone else than Charlie Dixon. I mean, it would be good to see the actual possible answers. Oh, 𝐴's a pretty good one, to be honest, because they obviously didn't play in the grand final. But again, I'm trying to think, was 𝐴 actually at the club when he didn't play the grand final? But not a bad grid apart from that. All purples. But yeah, actually, you know what? I want to try and do that one again on a different browser. Mate, I'm intrigued. I want to see if I can name a Port player. How long have we got left till the second half? Right, 2.5 minutes. I'm going to go take a whiz, lads, but I just actually want to quickly see. Right, no grand finals, 5+ finals wins. I'm trying to think. Could there be a Port player? You know, I don't think 𝐼𝐴 would be a shocking answer. So, Port won. See, I think he won a few in 2016, so that's one. Port in 2021, 2. Straight sets 23. And they just won the 4 5. So that's 3. Australia. No, he didn't. No, it's a tough one. I want to try and crack this one. Surely Boak. No, Travis Boak. Jeez, that's a tough one. I think no grand finals, 5+ finals wins. Anyone in chat, if you're intrigued, let me know a potential answer, because that's a tough one. All right, lads, I'm going to take a whiz. 50 seconds. I'll be back in a quick sec. Right, back, lads. Just in time for the third term. Let's hope we display a bit of a better third quarter. But again, I think there were more better signs from us in that second term. We started to have contests more and win the ground ball here or there, get some territory our way off it from the inside. But, oh, jeez, I tell you, the skills, it's, as Smith said earlier, it's schoolboy stuff, that's safe to say. Clearance is dead even at 17, but yeah, there's the ground ball, gets plus 18 in favour of the Blues. Oh, scrappy half for sure, Brisbane, mate. So Penny Cripps starting forward. All right, underway for the third term. Grundy and Pinnett to go at it. Third term underway. Jagger Smith. Instantly tackle there from Chad. Umpire's ball. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, lads. If you haven't already, welcome. Jai Sarong comes into the stoppage. Bit of a fumble there. And ball now goes the other way. Bice under this one. Nice little pick up. Hand pass in the corridor. That's a nice hand pass to find Blakey. Oh, that's a terrible kick. Really shallow entry and just didn't favour really any Sydney forward. Now, Chesser out here to Ollie Florent. Drops a kick to the wing. Roberts. He's done some good things. Halves the contest, but McGovern still wins out. Walsh. Now to Ben Ainsworth. He can find the corridor. The kick won't hit on the full, but it does fall in Ollie Hollands' stride. The kick now inside 50. Does favour Ashton Moore. He's good overhead and he takes a nice grab against McInerney. And that's some better movement from the Blues. Their use inside 50, pretty much same to Sydney. Has also been a bit scrappy here and there, but that's a good kick. It's good use there from the Blues. Picking apart a few plays around us there. Now, Ashton Moore can kick truly here. For Carlton's 5th goal, should kick it, and he does. Blues are the first of the third. Oh, that was good there from Carlton going back into the corridor. But we'll see this again on the replay. We had about 4 or 5 players around the single player there, so have to close them down better than that. But there it is, 1, 2, 3 players around him there, and no, it's a real clever kick. Moya read it, and 𝐸𝐭𝐞𝐬 just trying to zone off. Couldn't get there. He's having a good game, Ollie Hollands. He's had a few missed kicks here or there, but he's getting his hands on it very nicely from the outside. Oh no, not been out at all, Smith. It's been pretty ordinary from the Swannies boys. Hopefully going well, 𝐼𝐗𝐿 welcome, mates. Sam Walsh now. See, missed kick there from Andy. He's got to get first possession and use it well. Chad, good pressure, but he's given away a high. So Carlton by 16 points. I think Chad's been unlucky to give away a few of these frees. He's gone in with a bit of ferocity, but he's come out second best on a few occasions, given away a few frees. And now Hollands here again with another inside 50. Who can fly here? Pitnet from the side almost. Blakey, 2 plays go for the same ball. 𝐸𝐿𝐿𝐿 tackled, umpire's ball. Oh, geez, big Mark Pitnet's kicked an absolute beauty. That is something special. That reminds me of when he kicked the barrel from against Brisbane last year. Just kicked the torp after the siren. Oh, something out of nothing there from Mark Pitnet. Well, Grundy's gotten the better of him, but Mark Pitnet's got 2 goals against him. Let's see this again. Yeah, just really something out of nothing there. That's clever. Good goal there from Pitnet. Yeah, good goal. Well, let's see if we can turn the ship our way. It's looking pretty ordinary. Our Blues, 2 quick goals. Now some nice hands here from Heaney now to Goulden. Takes a bounce, lowers the eyes inside 50. But yeah, geez, Goulden's kicking. Been hit and miss. But let's hope we can try and win the ball back here. Young over the top. Dean just takes it over. Ball in. So 22 points to margin. Blues have kicked 2 quick goals. Grundy in front. Heaney fumble there. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 Smith dispossessed from Goulden. And that's a clean disposal off the boot. So last rule. All right, Goulden. Can he find something inside 50 here? Papley roving. Oh, he's got to go for goal. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 should goal here. And he does. That's much needed. Well, Grundy did well. You know, he's probably been our best presence so far, Brodie Grundy. I know he's got 2 goals kicked on him by big Mark Pitnet, but no, did well. Good crubbing there from Papley. Hands it out to 𝐸𝐿𝐿 and gets a much needed goal. Yeah, just treading water nicely there. It's good positioning from Justin. Much needed there. Goal back. Now, it's been a bit of a rarity, that sort of sequence of play tonight. Some clean hands in the forward 50. I think the Blues' pressure's been really good winning the ball back, but we'll take that. All right, ball back in the middle here. Can we try now get a bit of momentum in our favour? That's a nice hit out from Pitnet, but nicely sharked there from Chad as Heaney loses his boot. No, sorry, Warner loses his boot. And that's unlucky from 𝐼𝐗𝐿. He dragged it in. That's holding the ball. Mark Pitnet winning that free, by the way. Cripps takes on a tackler. Did well. And now dumps a kick inside 50. Spall comes. Fogarty gives it to 𝐸𝐿𝐿 Smith. He's held his width nicely. Campbell Chester goes in between Matty Roberts. He can line up the goals here, the former Eagle. And this one will go out of bounds. Ball in. Yeah, he had a massive year last year, Grundy. He started off the year pretty ordinary, but it was like a man possessed. Week in, week out, clearly our best player. Let's try and get a clean exit here. Goulden, a high ball. This could be a turnover. Curnow pushed out too easily there from Wiedering. Roses did well. Inboard now here to Errol Goulden in the right hands. Hands it over the top here to McInerney. Does the ball sit from 𝐼𝐴? He can be a good player on the run. 𝐼𝐴, compose yourself and kick 𝐼𝐴. That's well done from Justin McInerney. Well, this is what he's so capable of. He's capable of these beautiful moments here or there, 𝐼𝐴, but at the same time, he can have some shockers. He's had some nice disposals throughout this game. And Sard in the hand of trainers. I think he just copped a bit of a bump, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's been pretty quiet, Joe. Well, goal from end to end. No, but that starts with Roses. Really well done, the little spin move. He shows some creativity. That's what we did see in the preseason games. And yeah, nice kick there from McInerney, must be. Deliberate, yes, deliberate, mate. Suspend Florent now. Trying to take out our players like that. Yeah, back-to-back goals from 𝐼𝐴. He's done some good things with ball in hand. Important for us when he's up and about, Justin McInerney. And a turnover here. Heaney just misplaces the hands for 𝐼𝐴. Got to be hitting those ones. But good pressure from Riley. Shares a good name. Roberts' hands could have been a bit better. Goes in again, Matty. Should win the high there. Unlucky not to. Blakey stabs a kick. That's good to Goulden. And now off the spread we can go here. Goulden, good composure. Draws in the man to 𝐼𝐴. Who can he find inside 50? Low kick. Great ball there. But the ball falls here to McInerney again. 𝐼𝐴 𝐿𝐿𝐷𝐪 on his right foot. Yeah, I mean, he's just no good on the right shoe. But it falls here to McDonald and he takes a great mark. Chance for 3 in a row here, ladies and gentlemen. Going back on. Well, I'll give Gus credit. He actually decided to use his right foot for once because that just never seems to be a thing. So, good on you, son. But, hey, look, he's going to get a goal assist out of this. So, well done. Well, now we're starting to show a bit of something, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of energy with how we're moving the pill. McDonald will get his first for the season, and let's hope he can keep fit. Important asset to us, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. 10 points at half-time, 4-point margin at the minute. Well, am I surprised? To be honest, this is what we're very capable of. Flicking the switch and all of a sudden kicking 3 goals. But then at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we fall asleep again. This is something that we've been accustomed to the last 12 months. But yeah, 𝐿𝐿𝐷𝐪 really didn't have much else to do. He was under good pressure there from Sard. But well done from McDonald. Had to do better there, Lewis Young. Get a spoil in there. But yeah, that's great stuff. From inside to out. Nice clever kick there from Blakey. McInerney involved again. Yes, exactly right. But as we said, the second quarter, I thought we did well to start winning some 50-50 contests. And that one there. Ground ball to be won. We get it from inside to out and we get a goal. Just like the goal before with Roses winning that 50-50. So starting out to really get a grip on this game. Socket forward from Liam Reedy doing the hit-out work. Bouncing ball. Brody Kemp under this one. Melican mops it up nicely. Now Nick Blakey with a bit of toe. How's the kick? It's a ball to be won here again. Isaac Heaney. Oh, how about the chase effort from Liam Reedy? Wiedering. Bit of a fumble. 𝐿𝐿𝐷𝐪 good. That's a great win from 𝐼𝐴. Hands it in board now to Errol Goulden starting to stamp his authority on the game. The kick will work here. Good half volley pick up. 𝐿𝐿𝐷𝐪 over the top. Well defended there from Adam Sard. And he mops up nicely. Back here to Paddy. No, sorry. That's not Paddy Cripps. That's Hayward. Kicks to the wing and Moyer. That's a good mark. He'll be paid on the wing. It's good. Good one-on-one mark there from Moyer. Michael Voss, what's he thinking? Walsh just gets the mark and he has a bit of toe now to gain some acceleration and go inside 50 here for the Blues. Grundy gets the spoil, but it falls to the skipper, Paddy Cripps. Well done, 𝐼𝐴 Sarong. Having a good game. The former Hawk, his first as a Swan. Stops a goal scoring opportunity there. Let's see if Cripps had the goal. I think he would have. Yeah, that might have just snuck through. Well done, 𝐼𝐴 Gordon now to take the kick in. And he drops it short nicely here to Matty Roberts. Gives the quick hands to Gordon. And he hits a kick nicely here. Blakey's gotten off the chain. This is where we want to see the Lizard. Pins the ears. Drops it short to 𝐼𝐴. Chance to hit the lead, ladies and gentlemen. 𝐼𝐴 can go back for his first of the season. What a year last year, by the way, lads. Almost 40 goals as a midfielder. Deserved All-Australian selection. Let's hope he can go bang once again. As he now enters his... Jeez, he's 30 next year. Ugh. Yeah, geez, it felt like yesterday Heaney was a young 21-year-old. All right, let's see if 𝐼𝐴 can go here and give us the lead for his first goal of the season. The set shot is right over the goal umpire's hat. Sydney, all of a sudden, they've kicked 3-4 goals in a row. There we are. Go Footy. And yeah, Jack Rewalt puts it well. This game's been really fast-paced. And yeah, this third term, it feels like it's just gone up a notch with how quickly we've moved the pill. Goal from a kick in, you don't usually see that. On AFL average, really teams average about 1 or 2 goals from kicking a game. So there you go. It's by average the only time we might see it for this game. But nah, really creative kick there from Gordon the second time, I should say. And this, yeah, you see Blakey out the back there. Just, yeah, a few Blues players caught napping there. Goal umpire and the Carlton goals looks about 80 years old. We have to see him. All right, another clearance. See, I don't like when they do this. I want to bloody see the centre bounce, but they're just cutting into it now. We get the clearance at least. Lloyd now, the Paps. Out the full. Yeah, Gordon's having a really good third term here. Starting to really get his hands on it and become a big influence of our ball movement. All right, looks like Williams is either winded or maybe popped out a shot. I'm not sure. He's not going to be coming off, so might have just strained his shoulder in the process of trying to tackle Matty Roberts. Deep kick to the wing here. Moy from the side. 𝐸𝐼 won't be paid that mark. And the ball in here, centre wing. Popular sharpshooter. Oh, that's a last touch, really? I thought that was tapped out by a player. Okay. Yeah, he's hit and miss the Paps. I definitely wouldn't say sharpshooter. Who said that? Christ, bloody commentator curse. Blakey did well to halve the contest. And here we go from inside to out. Give the quick hands. Charlie Warner, beautiful play. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Chance for Charlie to kick his first. Oh, I think he'll... he's been pretty flawless with his set shots. This will really up his confidence. He's been well held from Jacob Wording. He's done a few little things okay, at least halving contests and etc. But we need to see a goal. There's the Carlton fans giving him in the boos. Charlie for his first as a Swan. Of course he's kicked it. Bang. Oh, that's it. Good timing for Charlie to kick a goal there, I think. When the game's really alive. Oh, jeez. Showing the Blues fans. I do feel for them, like Christ, a star player leaving your club just like that. But that's footy, I suppose. And yeah, there we go. I mean, I just knew this was going to happen. 𝐸𝐿 kicks a goal. Bang. Spot fires everywhere. But how about those clean hands? We're really now starting to look sharp with our hand pass game. This is something that I heard heading into this year that we really want to improve on, and yeah, we've seen that pretty nicely in the third term. These quick hand passes and getting a goal to Charlie Warner goal assist. Bang! Yeah, you can see the body language and just the emotion of the players there. I think that this will really fire him up. It's strange. It just feels like deja vu. This is just such a Sydney-like performance. You turn up flat in the first half, and now all of a sudden you forget how to play footy. But let's see how the remainder of this third term goes, because we can fall asleep again. Gordon hunts in well, and yeah, he wins the in danger free. It's well adjudicated from the umpire there. Gordon now. Oh, that's a lovely kick to find 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴. Joel. Who's he got here? Now, all of a sudden, we look very confident. Blues somewhat zapped of energy. They're struggling to really, starting to really outrun them. Let's see if Joel can kick this. Oh, geez, I tell you what, with the momentum we have in the minute, it wouldn't shock me if 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 could kick this. Let's see. 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 goes, bang, is my KO freezes. He's got it. He's got it. I can't bloody see my bloody KO throws. Oh, bugger off. Oh, how about that for timing? Jeez, and this computer has about 64 gigs of RAM. Freezing left, right and centre. 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 party, ladies and gentlemen. Do I still have the 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 party jumper? I do. All right, let's see this again. I actually want to see the goal. Yeah, no, it's a big, much needed goal. Yeah, obviously free-to-air doesn't. It's just my computer. Players fighting again. Big Will Hayward's getting involved, eh? All right, now what's happened here? I've gone to live points, another inside 50, and Florent, back of the flight, takes the mark. All right, I think we need to settle. Oh, Florent, well, he's capable of some back kicks out of the back 50. He's turned it over and he's hit it right to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Gives the hands to 𝐵lanky now. The kick probably a bit too cute there, but we'll reload. Ball in, forward 50 stoppage. Well, as we said earlier, lads, I thought the second term wasn't awful from us. I thought we started to really get into the game more and get some opportunity going our way. And then, yeah, the Blues were able to pile on a few late. But I thought if we just kept on getting at it, we'd be able to get back in this game. And all of a sudden, it's quite a bit of a points turnaround. Clearing kick from the Blues. 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 up the ground. Can't take the mark. And he just gets the hand out. Smith under some good pressure. 𝐵lanky, he's applied some good pressure this third term. And it's going to be a ball in here. Centre wing, and Hayward applies a big tackle. It does. I think we probably all would have said this when this fixture came out, but it does suck that we only played the Blues once this year. I would have liked to see a double up, but a return game in Melbourne, that would be good. Smith now gets the clearance. Rampy hands it now to Mills. And now it goes back inside 50 here. It's over the top of 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴, and Florent reads it nicely and goes out here to 𝐸𝐵𝐿𝐴. Having a tidy first game. The former Eagle goes to a 1-on-1. 𝐸𝐶 held you around here, son, against Fogarty. Yeah, does very well. Ball in here, centre wing. Mate, that's the Sydney Swans for you, sicko, mate. They can just flick a switch just like that. Really doesn't shock me, to be honest. So 13 points in favour of Sydney. What the bloody hell does that sign mean? Tea, sugar. It's like an iced tea and then a bag of sugar. Anyway, Reedy gets front position here. Hit forward from 𝐸𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴. Oh, it's off the boot of 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Yeah, see, those are the ones that are just unlucky. Like, you're both contesting for the ball and then it just hits off your boot, and that is the 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 rule. And now it's going to be pretty much, yeah, just a free inside 50 here for the Blues. 𝐵lanky has the spare, so is Grundy too. Yeah, Grundy having a good game. Another spoil to his name. So yeah, there we go, 17-14 contested possession. So I think especially doing well from getting the ball from inside to out. Just like that, 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 clean hands to row bottom. Clearing kick down the line, and 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 does well to bring it to ground. Who can win this one? Holland's a bit of a fumble. 𝐵lanky taps it forward. 𝐸𝐶𝐻𝐿𝐴, keep your feet. Wiedering does well. And now he'll go inside 50. Can he find Big H? McCartan, well done. No, he's having a good game. Tommy McCartan. 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴 is goalless. Who, you know, you'd think would be probably their leading goal kicker throughout this season. So he's doing a good job, Tommy Mack. Bias did well at ground level. Row bottom now. Inboard to Rampy. Oop. Bias is about 3 metres out of bounds and he's given the hands to him. We're 9:06 until 3/4 time. A few unanswered goals here for the Swans to now lead a tick over 2 goals. Ball in here. Zach Williams, a high ball up. Got a few numbers back here, but we've got to be careful. The spoilers. Elijah Hollands, a snapping shot. Has he got it? I think he has. What an effort from Elijah Hollands. He's been having a pretty good game. And he's on the score sheet. Well, just what the Blues needed. A goal against the grain. Back to 7 points. And that you'd think will stem the flow because, Sydney just out of nothing kicked about 3 or 4 goals in a row unanswered. So Williams gets a high ball there. And yeah, we had the numbers, but just look at that. Elijah Hollands, no one on him within 3 or 4 metres. So had to close him down better than that. And that's a pretty bloody good goal. But it's good to see Hollands on a list because it feels like when he joined Carlton his first year, he was a pretty influential player for them at half forward with his impact. And obviously had the off-field issues, but won a spot back on the list. So it's good to see. Hopefully he can put together a consistent year. Ball back in the middle here. Going to be umpire's ball. Ball up here again. Going to be free to Grundy. Grundy now inside 50. Amani can fly. Tap out from Lewis Young. Goulden at ground level. A clean pick up, but then he fumbles right away. But it's going to be a ball in here. Centre wing. 8 goals, 6 plays, 7 goals, 5. So we were, 2 goals, 6 at one stage? Scoreboard pressure means everything at the end of the day. So ball in here. Grundy palms it in the direction of Heaney, but can't get there. Ball in. Make sure you like and subscribe, lads, if you haven't already. Good to have football back. And really how I'm expecting this game to go from my pre-game thoughts, really just a bit of a real scrap, having its ebbs and flows. Heaney works the hands to Sheldrick. Back here now to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. McCartan in a good spot. Can't take the mark, but he does well. Lloyd good at ground level. McCartan in board. Probably a bit too much there. Puts Robom under the pump, but he does well to get the kick away. Gained some metres here, but the Blues are mopped up. And Smith just couldn't quite get the hand pass there. Oh, and he gives it to the crowd. He has a bit of swagger, the old Jagger Smith. Yeah, but he's looked good on his debut, really, from what I've heard about him. He's looked clean with a few disposals here or there. Getting plenty of time on the ball. Grundy, nice hit down to McInerney. Oh, geez, he kicks it right into a Swan. I think that was in the way of Goulden. Now Roberts, he can find the goals. Matty Roberts, snapping shot. Well done. Hey, I'll tell you, he's probably one of our better players in the second term. Thought he was able to do show some nice composure when we needed some in the back 50, and gets a goal. Now let's see this again. I thought it was actually smothered from Goulden. Yeah, it was. J-Mac, I mean, how fortuitous is that? He kicks it right into Goulden. The ball just ricochets literally perfectly to Matty Roberts. I mean, Christ, I tell you, we've probably eaten our lucky charms this morning seeing something like that occur, but we'll take it. But nice from Matty, good purchase on the kick and kicks truly. Yeah, he had a real good 2024, the back half, where he started to gain some confidence, some real nice kicking. Started off last year pretty well, and just did some bad things under pressure, poor composure, a lot of hack kicking, and I think tonight we've still seen some hack kicks from him, but he's done some good things under the pump, given some good hand passes here or there. Looks settled back there, so he's having a good game so far. Heaney now, a bit of a fumble, but good repeat effort with the tackle. Ball to be won here at ground level. Hollands gives it to Sam Walsh, and now a dumpy kick forward here for the Blues. Melican in the good spot, should be taking that mark though. competes in again. Liam Reedy, well done at ground level. The hand pass could have been a bit better for Ben Ainsworth. Continues the link in the chain. A good hand pass to the big H, but that should be holding the ball. Good pressure there from the Swans. All right, chance to reset here. So Dane Rampy, the recipient of the free. Back now to Tommy McCartan. Bice now, short to Matty Roberts. And now Mills. Some good, oh geez, Grundy. Oh, but you can see Big Pito's looking a bit cooked trying to chase him. So he has time to mop up. Mills to Rampy and now to Millican. Big H has looked to slim down. I haven't really noticed, to be honest. I mean, we don't even know the player weights anymore. They don't bloody release them. So you can't really look theoretically if he has or not. Wicks now to McCartan. Losing the man. Grundy. He's got Bice on the outer. On his favourite left. Does well to cut back inside and now just sets it up. It's a good kick for Juzzy, but oh no, he's going to mark it. 𝐴𝐵𝐿 should have done a bit better to spoil that. He had the sit, had the closing speed to intervene, but yeah, McInerney's had a good quarter. Chance to kick 3 in the premiership quarter. Justin McInerney. Need to start, or continue, I should say, converting opportunities. When was the last time we kicked it behind? It's been nothing but goals so far. 16 disposals, 5 inside 50s, 2 goals. Justin McInerney for his 3rd goal in the quarter, if you don't mind, and he's got it. Beautiful. 10 goals 6, 7 goals 5, margin now out to 19 points. 8 goal quarter, wow. It's just it's honestly so predictable. I mean, I don't try and be pessimistic, but this is just like, I'm really not surprised. This is what this team is very capable of doing. Looking like they forgot how to play the sport in the first half, and now really starting to look like a well-oiled machine. But at the same time, yeah, geez, like the Blues' defensive efforts have really dropped. I thought their first half, their pressure in the back half was excellent, and winning the ball back, but that's really dropped away. And I think Fogarty's down on the bench at the moment after knocking his knee. But yeah, starting to really gain some ascendancy on the inside. But Pitnet win this ground ball, and some good hands here. Walsh now 𝐼𝐻𝐿 takes 2 bounces, and passes inboard here to 𝐵𝐿. He's under the pump, just gets the hands away. Brody Kemp, his hand pass into Fiend. Ball to be 1 out ground level. Walsh, Heaney, good pressure again. Fumbles galore. Heaney goes in again. Gives that right to 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Across now to Ollie Hollands on his favoured left, but too much on it, I think. Or no, just stays in. Ball in. But yeah, I think the pressure's really ramped up from us too. It feels like every time that Carlton are getting a ground ball now, they're faced by a Sydney Guernsey. So, no doubt, really up the ante this 3rd quarter. All right, let's try and not concede a goal from a stoppage here. We've conceded a few from defensive 50 stoppages, and we're going to concede another. Mark Pitnet has kicked another beauty. I mean, fucking hell. Fair play. He's turned into a 6'6" Eddie Betts, I tell you. No, fairs. I mean, what has he got now? 3 goals? Jeez. I mean, I think Grundy's gotten the better of him, but wow, like Pitnet's also done some clever things. He's kicked 3 goals. Yep. Carlton. Trailed by 13 points. Can definitely still get into this game. No, of the goal line there. Usually with those sort of scenarios, you'd like to have a defender there, but alas, it is what it is. Let's try and win this back in the middle. Rowbottom, good hands, having a good third term. Heaney starting to lift. Inside 50 now, Marty almost from the side. Who could win this one? James Jordan goes back. 𝐼𝐴 on his favoured left. He can find the goals, but he was off balance. Minor score. 14 points. 10 goals, 7. And there's our first behind in, 8 goals later. So some good efficiency from us. 4:28 to play. 8 goals, 1 to 4 goals, 1. Been a high-scoring quarter this. 𝐼𝐴, that's going to be 15. 𝐵𝐵𝐿 can get on the end of this. And 𝐼𝐴, clever kick in the direction of 𝐼𝐵𝐿. The tap-up's clever. Chad now. He can now hit a kick over into space for the 𝐵𝐿s. Won't get there, though. But he does okay. He's run into a roadblock. Good tackle there from Hollands. Oh, we should have made a better chance of that, to be honest. Surprised Chad didn't go for goal there. He sort of lined himself up. But at times he can be unselfish, where probably should be a bit more selfish. Elijah Hollands having a good... I'll tell you, I think the Hollands brothers are both having pretty good games. Moya almost flies. 𝐼𝐴 does well. Good hands. Matty Roberts, he can go for another here. Big Matty Roberts. Oh, he has flushed it. Wow. He's got a lovely kick. Bang. That's a good response. Off a step, if you don't mind. He's got a lovely boot, ladies and gentlemen. I was up and about when he got 3 votes against the Crows in 2024 on Brownlow night. Hell yeah. But again, like, those are real clean hands from inside to out. I think that's where we've really gotten better throughout this game. Look at that from Mills. Clever stuff. And again, the Blues are just napping there. We had a few players goal side. Roberts, there's someone behind Roberts too. Yeah, great goal. Yeah, we've seen some... pretty good quality goals this third term. I mean, Roberts kicks up, and then you also see the Holland snap from the boundary, and then Pitnet with his crafty goals too. So it's all happening now all of a sudden. Yeah, nice. 2 goals for Matty Roberts. Filthy red, Mo. Rowbottom again, great hand pass. Some of his contested stuff has been great. Now Heaney at the front of the stoppage. He can find the goals. Isaac Heaney. Bang. This is what this side is capable of doing. I mean, Christ, I can't even breathe at the minute. It's goals galore. Kick what? 11 bloody goals this quarter. Oh, for God's sake. And now another bloody fight happens. Might get a cup of tea, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back in a sec. What on earth even is this game? Jeez Louise. $10 goals for the quarter. Jeez. 26 points. I mean, we're down by 20. 8 minutes into this quarter. And 𝐼𝐴's got a free. I mean, mine is blown, ladies and gentlemen. Mine is blown. 3 minutes to go. 𝐼𝐴 can make this 35 points all of a sudden. Just like that. For his 4th of the quarter. He's hooked it. Don't give away free. Fucking hell. Wow, 27 points just like that. Can't complain. But you really expect anything in opening round. Like, these games just feel so scrappy and so pre-season like. Sard now clears out of the 50. Got some numbers around this. 𝐼𝐴 a big spoil, playing with some confidence now. 𝐵𝐿 overhead, if you don't mind. James Jordan, he's capable of some miraculous goals. But he's misplaced that check sign. That's out in the full. So I think Cripps was the one that gave away that free on McInerney. McCartney's, I don't think he's gotten an intercept mark this game, T-Mac, but he's been solid in the air at the same time. Rowbottom. He's been excellent, Rowbottom, this quarter. Starting to apply some pressure superbly. And win some critical inside balls. Travis Boak, obviously, with the Blues now as a development coach on the bench there. All right, let's get a couple more, lads. 2:15, running with momentum here. Gordon tackled on 𝐓𝐡𝐿 umpire's ball. 𝐼𝐗𝐤𝐿, great hands, row bottom. Will now dump it inside 50 with a high ball. 𝐼𝐗𝐤 one-on-one. Good contest. 𝐵𝐵𝐿 out the back. Has he got a soccer? I think he has. Tommy 𝐵𝐵𝐿. Get around him. Get the 𝐵𝐵𝐿 emojis in the chat if you remember, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, feel free to join. It's only $1.49 a month. A cup of Java a month. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, there's a cup of coffee even bloody $1.49 these days with inflation. I don't think it is. I tell you, like, Grundy, another hit-out advantage. He has been super throughout this whole game, and row bottom involved again. Yeah, terrific energy we're now starting to show. This is exactly what I wanted to say. I knew this game would be scrappy, but I felt surely throughout a period we'd really get the ball rolling and play with some energy, play with some confidence, and this is exactly what we're seeing. But I don't think it's necessarily been the class of the ball movement or anything. I think we've just been really clean with our disposal and our hand passing game on the inside. Like, again, another head out to advantage. 𝐼𝐗𝐤, McInerney. Inboard. Gordon will get this one. I mean, this is just an avalanche now. Gordon will find 𝐼𝐗𝐤. Can't get the purchase. Elijah Hollands under the pump. Well done from Matty Roberts. He's having a good game and was good. As I say, again, he was good. I thought pretty good in the second term whilst we were under the pump. Elijah Hollands over the top. And now, kick around the corner from Zach Williams back out on the ground. Blakey a tap to Mills. Now to Wicks. Can Relo back inside 50 here. Who can fly? Amati. No, Charlie. Charlie. Oh, man. Jeez, I'm getting spoilt tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Condolences if there's any Blues fans in here, but geez, this is something. I mean, game's not over, but geez Louise. I mean, Lewis Young has given it right to Charlie there. Oh my God, what am I viewing? I mean, this is an absolute avalanche. The Blues just can't go with us within anywhere at the minute. They can't even win the ball on the inside anymore, where they were bloody brilliant at that in the first half. All over them. Charlie Curnow. 74 points. We've kicked, 12 goals? My goodness. Blues need to stem the flow here. Can they maybe get a goal before three-quarter time? Gordon again. Another ground ball one. Matty Roberts. Good poise. Grundy can get on the end of this. This is something out of a video game. Florence under the pump. Same with Wiedering. Chad. He's going to kick another. Chaddy Water. Oh, he's missed. My God. Jeez, I need to take a breather, lads. Oof. Yeah, that's the case, 𝐶𝐞. But to be fair, I thought the second term had a bit more free-flowingness to it and a bit of fast pace, but it was still pretty scrappy. But this game is just blown wide open. Mills to Lloyd. Jeez, I'm busting for a piss as well. It's all happening here, lads. Last touch rule, so Walsh will get the free. No, it's going to be ball in. Well, 40 points just like that. Wow, how the tide can turn. But yeah, this has been disappointing from Carlton. I mean, whilst I thought they were pretty rusty in the first half with their disposal, you know, they were outworking us, out hunting us, out pressuring us, but it's just really faded away from them. They simply haven't been able to run with us. We've really outclassed and out-hunted them. But again, sort of at the same time, a lot of new inclusions. There's going to be some ebbs and flows in their game, but geez, this is terrible. Can they maybe get a goal here late? 𝐶𝐶. They can't. Miss. 39 points at three-quarter time. Unbelievable quarter. Wow. What a quarter. We've been going for 41 minutes. Wow. But, I mean, from a Swans perspective, really good signs. You know, we really needed to come into this game with a bit of confidence, stamp of authority. With so much good things we've heard heading into this year. And whilst it was scrappy the first half, really started to get the game on our terms. Went in the inside 50s now. Contested footy. Won that in the quarter too. But, geez, like, all of a sudden, looking like we've looked so clean with how we've worked the hand passes. And yeah, like up forward in the midfield, we've had plenty of outlets. So let's see. Carlton kicked the first two of the quarter. 𝐼𝐴𝐿 gets a goal, gets another on a run. Then McDonald gets the chest mark and goal. 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐞𝐐 gets the snag. And then 𝐼𝐿 with his goal. And Marty. Hollands gets one back. Roberts. Two in the quarter as well for Matty Roberts. Heaney out the front of stoppage. Papley and now 𝐼𝐿𝐞𝐬. Jeez. I have to just process that quarter. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, the margin's 39 points, ladies and gentlemen. I think really we should be hopefully continuing to put them continue to put them to the sword. But yeah, just what a strange game this has been. I mean, Mark Pitnet's kicked 3 goals on the other side of the coin. He's been their leading goal kicker, and you've got Harry McKay's goalless. So there you go. All right, lads, I'll be back in a sec. Need to take a whiz, but boy, oh boy, what a term that is. But nah, good to see. Good to see we're playing now with some energy and some real cohesion. So I'll be back in a sec. Right, back, lads. Jeez Louise. What a quarter of footy that was. Oh, jeez, I'm going to sleep tonight. And so are the players as well. I mean, how about that for a third quarter? Look, I think it'll probably start to settle a bit. It feels like from what we're witnessing, the Blues have run out of petrol tickets a bit, but who knows? Like, momentum's a crazy thing. Like, I get a bit of a roll on. But it's, again, like, such a disappointing third term from the Blues. They're, you know, to be honest, I didn't really think they were looking that flashy going forward. You know, they were doing well to win the contest. That's where the difference really was. But also the difference, I think we've just had a lot more outlets forward. Like, they've had Mark Pitnet's kicked 3 goals. You know, Kemp had a decent first half, but I think just really we've shown more threats going forward. And that was even the case throughout the second, where we had more scoring shots than the Blues. We were unlucky just not to convert. Well, let's see the third quarter stats, shall we? So, yeah, 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐞𝐬 really lifted. I thought, again, hit and miss with some defensive efforts, but yeah, I think for the most part, his kicking's been really sharp, even throughout that first half. 3 goals to his name. 13 disposals and 2 goals for Matty Roberts. Doing well on the wing. Quite a quarter from 𝐼𝐻𝐿 too. But yeah, play. I mean, really, the stars are lifting. Gould, unbelievable quarter. He really stamped his authority on the game. Wow. Well, Jesus Christ, that was the 3rd highest scoring quarter ever in history. My God. I mean, expect anything in opening round. I'm not really shocked at the same time. Wow. But hey, that's good. You know, we're under the pump, and at least it's promising to see we haven't rolled over. I mean, really, this is sort of similar to what we've seen even in 2024, where we look pretty ordinary throughout first halves and sloppy, but then all of a sudden we flick a switch. I mean, we saw that a lot in that grand final year. So that's why I said earlier in the quarter, it's almost like it's deja vu. Anyways, let's hope for a good finish to this game. It's 39 points in favour of Sydney as Walsh gets the first inside 50. And there's Tommy McCartan with his first intercept mark of the game. He's been super. I think for sure in the coaches' votes. Well, I should say the best and fairest votes. He's, been really good all game. And it's weird, like, you usually see a McCartan stuff up with ball in hand. I think we've seen that tonight. Kerner now up the ground. Inside 50. McDonald can fly. Ball hits ground level. Wiedering under this one. Just gets the kick away. Kick is smothered. Dean had a few good moments in the first half. Clearing kick's no good. We'll come back to Charlie Kerner. Kick now inboard to find Heaney. Oh, he could have given the hands to Bice there. Just didn't want to commit. Heaney now will go to the pocket one-on-one. Chad. And more defender from Florent. Ball in. Yeah, the smiling assassins, as they call them. Yeah, no, nothing better. Okay, very good quarter from the Swannies. Ball in it. Grundy hits it down. Oh, he can go himself. Go on, Brodie. Well done. He deserves a goal. He's been fantastic this evening. Doesn't look like slowing down. Jeez, Louise, this. Wow. But really, from what we saw last year, Grundy continuing to do what he did. Just powerful, big presence for us. And the follow-up work was so huge for us in the back half of last year. And bang, gets his own pill. And bang. I mean, that's really too easy. But, geez, the intensity's just massively dropped off from Carlton. Haven't been able to go toe-to-toe with the Swannies, especially on the inside or out. Well, margin is starting to lose count. 45 points. And another toe poke Papley can get on the end of this. Malcolm Roses, he's been quiet. Hands out into space here for Chad. How about this pace we're playing with Chad now? Great shepherd from Roses, and Chad will set it up. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 Lloyd, oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now this will be the cherry on a beautiful cake. If 𝐼𝐻𝐿 Lloyd could kick a goal, we'll have to see when this man gets on the scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, that's where Chad's brilliant. Grand level pickup. He can just, those first few metres, just the pace he has. And, it was a player that definitely lifted in that second term for us too. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 Lloyd, can he goal here? He cannot. Won't even make the distance. Just got legs like golf clubs. McGovern plays on now. Oh, geez, bad turnover there. Papley getting his mitts in the way. McDonald does well. Gilden, Grundy will set it up now. Chad, Spore comes from, oh, it was from Kerno, but ball goes over. Oh, well, how about this to start the season? Excuse me. One of the most scrappiest games of footy you see in the first half, and now all of a sudden, well, at least for one team, they forget actually how to play the game. I'm not too sure if someone's injured. Grundy tackled 𝐓𝐿𝐿 well there. 𝐓𝐿𝐿 around the corner. Fogarty fumble there. I mean, you just check the AFL. I might as well just check the AFL app, see if he's injured. Now a clearing kick from Pitnep. Rampy almost taps it back now here to Callum Mills. Good stiff arm. Oh, how about that strength against Paddy Cripps? I mean, look at this. Like, just these chains of hand passes. I mean, this is. I mean, apart from that fumble from McCartan, I mean, this was a non-sight in the first quarter. But again, like, it's also at the expense of the Blues, just looking second rate. It's been a real drop off from them. But they'll obviously want to keep on working their way back. But again, it's just a bad turnover from the Blues. Blakey, Jake Lloyd, options got Law. Lloyd, sport for choice, finds Chad. All right. Yeah, Adam Sard's injured. Says he's injured on the AFL app, so there you go. That answers your question. Johnny Warner, wouldn't shock me if he kicks this, and he does. Wow, great kick. Oops, sorry about that. Spot my keyboard by accident. Everything going well, Scotty, mate. Sorry for your Blue Boys, mate, but it's still early days, as even I was saying in the first half when things were looking pretty bleak. Yeah, I mean, I think the Blues will lick their wounds and go again. Look, there's been some good things they've done tonight. Like, I thought the first quarter, especially, they had some real sharp ball movement by hand, but it feels like the intensity's just zapped away as the game's worn on. And this has been also the issue for Carlton throughout the last few years, that they can have some good quarters, but geez, you know, that the gulf between their best and worst football throughout games is substantial. And again, we're seeing this tonight. But at the same time, like a few key players out for the Blues and a lot of new debutants, perhaps things will gel as the year gets on. But I don't know how to feel. I think it's a bit of both. Like, I think our flashiness and just our ability to out-hunt and outclass the Blues has been excellent, given the talent is out there tonight. And we've gelled so well as a team. But yeah, geez, the Blues have been pretty second rate at the same time. They've really rolled over. So margin 51 points. Crazy to think the Blues are up by 20 points. Almost 10 minutes into the third term, excuse me. Elijah Hollands now. Drop the kick short. Should be a good kick. No, Cripps really should have marked that one. Heaney. Nope, he's given it right to Mackay. Well, Mackay will get a gimme. He's been really well held tonight from Tommy McCartan, so I think he'll get the points there. But yeah, I mean, he's just basically hand passed that right to Aaron Mackay. They get a response, Carlton. Don't blame me, 𝐓𝐶𝐞, mate. Strange game, no doubt. Ball back in the middle here, Grundy. Oh, geez, that's the first time in a while he's hit it to an opposition player. And mark here to Ainsworth. 𝐼𝐴 mops up well. Yeah, kick could have been a bit better. Big Pit, now he's had a good game. Lowers the eyes. Oh, goes past a couple. 𝐼𝐴 can't quite get the one-handed pick up. He's under the pump here, and it's holding free against Brodie Kemp. One that had a promising first half, but again, like many, there's been plenty of passages for the Blues in this second half. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 now. With a bit of toe, goes down the line. Williams should have grabbed with one point. He's going to be pinned here from Heaney. Yeah, the pressure's really improved. This game was worn on from our end. Good hands from Gus. Heaney now on his left shoe. Tries to get it to McDonald. Can't quite. And a free there against McDonald. He's been quiet, Logan. I thought this would be a good opportunity for him tonight to really stamp some authority on the game, but he's been coasting. Hasn't really been able to show a huge presence up the ground either. But yeah, at the same time, Dean, I think, yeah, he's had a pretty fair debut. With Haynes to come back in, I think probably it will be Lewis Young that probably makes way. Fumble there from Pitnet, Grundy. And this has been the difference. Fumble there, but clean hands from the Sydney instead. Sarong inside 50. Chance for a goal assist as he's found a Marty. And he can pile on another here for Sydney. But yeah, I think from Sydney's perspective, it's a game you just want to head into. And really tick off with a win. You know, really, on paper, this is a game that Sydney should be winning. And, you know, the stars have risen in the class and the power of this side is really put Carlton to the sword. So Joel Amati can kick his third. Yeah, there we go. Goals. Good stuff, Joel. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, lads, if you haven't already. I was hoping for a bit of a closer game up until now, but I mean, as a Sydney supporter, I can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. Oh, geez, I just saw a notification pop up. Pommy and Oz. No, he's a good lad, Pommy. Yeah, I mean, it just feels like it's the same old. Yeah, I mean, Sydney clinical, but the Blues are atrocious at the same time in the second half. It's really a bit of both. Doesn't taste nice, that's safe to say, Smith, I can tell you that. Jeez, 51 points. Marty can go again. But it feels, the centre bounce, we've really improved that. Jordan, good pressure there. 𝐼𝐴 just gets the hands away. Ainsworth drops a kick. Should be marked there from Kemp. Can't quite get it. And yeah, the fumble's really creeping in even more for the Blues. Turnover again, 𝐼𝐴. And drops the kick short. Well defended from Wiedering. Ball to be one here again. Sorry, that was Florent with the hands. And now 𝐼𝐴 dishes it out here to Cripps. Hits it over the top. And he does find Ben Ainsworth. And he can go for goal here again. But it's going to be picked up from 𝐼𝐴. Drops it. Rush through for a minor score. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about 𝐼𝐴. He feels like a bit of a defensive version of Corey Warner in a way, where he can just fade in and out of games. I think he's done a bit of that tonight. I think he got exposed defensively a few times in the first half, like that Ainsworth goal, for example, in the second term. But at the same time, he sort of plays like a Harris Andrews in a way, where he just has like that sort of, you know, casual approach with his composure and being able to evade a few plays here or there. But, I mean, let's actually see his numbers, 𝐼𝐴. Yeah, just the 12 touches for him. I feel if when 𝐶unners comes back, and he probably is, on paper, the guy to make way. Because, yeah, I really think with Strong's flexibility, he had a good first half. Whilst we were down, he'll probably stay in the team. And he can also swing back into defence. Yeah, Roberts' game, I think I've liked 2 on the wing. And yeah, Mills has shown some good composure back in defence as well. But that's a pretty... But the stat line for Mills really epitomises his game. 22 touches, 9 kicks, but 13 air passes. A lot of mopping up. So I think he's done his job. Roberts, again, like, really thought he had a good game in the second term. Lloyd can go for goal. Jeez, it's not a good effort. Nobody home. Picked off from Zach Williams. McGovern. Kick drops short here for Ben Ainsworth. Goes now to Hayward. Inboard here to Hollins. Now to Hayward again. Over the top only as far as Jordan. Wicks to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. And now, it's going to be holding free here actually. Against Mills. And 𝐴𝐺𝐝 now. Can he find the goals? Just gets the hands away. Good pressure from Jordan. He looked cooked out there. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻. Great smother. Rampy. Jordan. Now to Nick Blank. He can lure a man over the top. Good running from McDonald. This is what he's known for. His running power. Over the top to Goulding. He's going to go for goals here, I reckon. Errol Goulding. Oh, geez. Hit the side of the boot almost. What a score. But also pleasing to see we're looking pretty fit. We've absolutely ran Carlton off the feet. Look at that. 66 to 37 handball receives in this second half. Hayward now takes a mark up the ground. Does that have too much hang time? No, it's well marked there from 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Okay. He can now quickly go and board, but it's a bad kick. Jordan read it well. And now what can he manufacture? Amati on the lead. Oh, dropped his lollies. Goes in again. A buys ball. Well, as I said, when 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 kicked his first goal, I did say I feel this is a great time for him to get his first. At a big turning point of the game, I felt we could really get going with momentum. And look at this. It's now an absolute smashing. And that was when 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 kicked the goal to, I think, put us up by a few points from memory. So, yeah, no, he's currently out on the ground. 𝐵𝐺𝐝 now, he's shown some good bursts, but yeah, I feel at times 𝐵𝐺𝐝's like, it's a first gamer, but I don't want to be too overcritical, but he's had a few disposals here or there that haven't been quite on the money, but no, he's shown definitely some promise. McInerney, oh, good mark. It wasn't really a great entry, to be honest, but good courage there. Now out to Mills. We can go back to back here. No, end to end, I should say. Excuse me. Roses. Is he going to win the high there? I don't think he will. Nah, unlucky. But good to see at least Roses get his first. That was a Swan. McInerney now. To 𝐵𝐺𝐝. Oh, how about that? Smith or Hollins just can't go with him. Over the top now the Lizard goes to 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. He can find the goals. 𝐵𝐺𝐝 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Nice. Good stuff, Gus. Everybody getting on the scoreboard tonight. It's another snag. Absolute avalanche this second half. The running power, the fitness, the pressure, the intensity, the cleanliness. It's all really coming to the fore for this side in the second half. Oh, bloody hell. Harvey Norman replay. Bloody hell, what's this? Rugby League. They bloody have this on the Rugby League. Fucking Harvey Norman replay. Yeah, I mean, we've just simply run them off their feet. I mean, this is just training drill stuff, a bunch of these attacks we've had in the second half. Geez, $2 when we were down. How about that, Ewan, mate? I tell you, with your winnings, you can buy Rolls Macca membership now. I'm only joking, mate. Good stuff. You know, it's a box we needed to tick tonight. I don't want to be that sort of complacent and show arrogance, but really on paper, this is a game we had to come into and really stamp our authority, and that's what we've seen. I mean, we'll try and forget about the first half, but look, can't be perfect for 4 quarters, but it's just so typical of this side. Like, the gulf between the best and worst football throughout games is something we've really seen the last few years out of this side quite a bit. Hey, Eric, mate, good to see you. Welcome back to the streams, mates. Good to kick off with a big win still in the Philippines. I hope they're going over there, mate. Yeah, no, interesting side. Collingwood heading into it. You know, a few important outs for Sunday's hit out against the Saints with Moore and Howe, but they're sort of similar to the Giants in a way. The Pies. I feel like when they're written off and when things are against them, they can they play with a chip on their shoulder and they can play some good footy. So a treat to see how they go. Still one of the most experienced sides. So I trust them more than St Kilda to win, but I think this is a big occasion for the Saints. Though they could definitely see them get up. 𝐴𝐿 chance for his third. And thanks for becoming a member, by the way, Smith. Appreciate it, mate. Right, well, 𝐴𝐿 𝐎𝐿 can go bang here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, jeez, they're cracking it up for him. 𝐴𝐿 𝐎𝐿. Look at this. I mean, this is like a cult. Look at all the fans get up on their feet. He's got it. Bang. He's got three. Good to see from Charles. Yeah, I heard pre-game 𝐓𝐶𝐞 say that apparently he was nervous throughout the early stages of this week. So it's good to see him come out, puff his chest, and kick 3 goals. And one of those goals very important. Turning point of the game when he kicked his first. And obviously, yeah, 𝐴𝐿 𝐎𝐿 kicked his first against us. Jeez, look how young 𝐻𝐻𝐿 looks in that. 2016 that was. And by the way, lads, we're very few games last year we kicked over 100 points, and we're usually a pretty high-scoring side, so that's good. We've hit the ton convincingly. Oh, bloody hell. Did I just see that? I just saw Chad wave off the Carlton cheer squad. Fucking hell. There's a bit of arrogance in this team. There is a bit of arrogance. Walsh now inside 50. Probably been one of the Blues' better players. Hopefully ever consistently with his body. And Ainsworth has got a second tonight. He's got to go. 6:30 to play. Well, hopefully Blues can kick a couple more in a row. I wouldn't mind getting my margin right. Only tipped Sydney by 18 in the end. It feels very similar to the 2024 matchup against the Blues. I remember Carlton kicked the first few in a row, and then we just absolutely steamrolled them. Very similar game, it feels like. Chad now, look at that burst. He's running backwards, and he's still able to outrun 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Finds 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Jeez, he gives a bit of a lip, Juzzy. Jeez, is that play on? Bloody hell. Mills does well to get the hands out. Hollands, 𝐼𝐻𝐿 crushing in. Jagger Smith, and here to Sam Walsh. To a one-on-one. Reedy gets the mark against Milligan. Yeah, no, that's why it's important to get the win tonight. I think dark horse from a Swans point of view. Some tough games coming up. I mean, from a sort of low bar point of view, hopefully we can jag one win. I mean, with how we've played tonight, we've looked powerful, but I don't think a side like Brisbane or Hawthorn will roll over like they have in this third term. I think we've been bloody clinical and been tougher at the pill and been so effective with how we've worked the hands. But, geez, at the same time, a lot of players are down duels for the Blues and the intensity's really dropped away. So, but no, good to see. It's a big margin in the end. The power of this side's really come to the fore as this game's worn on. Sarong back now to McInerney. Good first game for Sarong. He did some nice things on the wing whilst it was very difficult for us to chain possessions together. He was able to show some composure, flick some nice hand passes here or there. Rose's good pressure. Went behind the ball because Florence ran out. Sam Walsh tackled. I've looked at a few stats whilst this game runs out. 4:33 to play. Curnow, Mills, Rampy getting the rest. Gordon's had a quality night, 26 touches. Yeah, spent quite a bit of time forward in the first half and started to really get on the ball more. Row bottom is capable of a snapping shot, something out of nothing, and he's got it. Another goal. Geez, 28-3 for McInerney. Well, there it is. The Blues fans, they just look shell-shocked, to be honest. Have a look at them. They're just like, geez, that really happened. 18 goals and a half of footy. Wow. Yeah. Well, still early days. This is opening round for you. Can have some quality, but also shocking performances at the same time. Yeah, geez, the pressure's been really good from the Swannies' end, no doubt. Gordon now. That didn't really look like a legal disposal, but Chad just keeps on wanting to score more here. Jesus, almost. Yeah, the power of this team. Jeez, it's scary at times. 20 goals, 11. 10 goals, 8. Roberts couldn't quite take the second bite of the cherry. 𝐓𝐿 tackled well from Heaney. 𝐼𝐿 now. Can't quite get the kick. It's got to be paid to Bice. Didn't look 15 metres. Bice now out here to Callum Mills. No, sorry, that's James Jordan. 3.5 minutes to play, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess from a Sydney point of view, it's been a good night. Good way to start off the season. But yeah, geez, I'm just still blown away about this second half. I mean, wow. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like as David King says there, I think, yeah, Carlton didn't really show much damage enough to punish. They didn't really show enough punish, and that's why we're only down by really 3 odd goals at worst. I think we had some more probably quality outfit forward to centre. We really could have gotten torn apart. But look, with the outs and plenty of ins for the Blues, it always feels like it's, from a realistic point of view, going to be quite a bit scrappy with how they're playing, have some ebbs and flows in their game. It's a high tackle there against 𝐼𝐿𝐴 𝐷𝐿𝐴. 2:14 to play. Dean. Down to Campbell Chesser. I think he's had a decent debut, Chesser. Maybe he gets pushed out for someone like 𝐼𝐶, but you know, his first few years, he just looks so physically didn't look up to it. But no, I think he's shown some good moments. Gordon. Yeah, just look at this. The energy from Chad. He's just toying with him, I tell you. Warning out to 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Can't take it. Rose just couldn't get that half volley. And now Dean under the pump here, so he just has to clear away. That's only as far as 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐶. Does well, holds his ground. 𝐵lanky off a handball receive, drops it in the bucket for 𝐼𝐶𝐸, and a good mark from Dean. Yeah, I think with the expectations heading into this year, dark horse, and with how we started the season, we're looking pretty good on the injury front of things, so it really wouldn't shock me if we're back up there. Good way to set the tone, eh? With a big win. Mackay. It's a good mark. Final minute. But no, it's good. It's good to have your company for tonight, gents. First stream of 2026. Good to have footy back. I guess I would have liked for a closer game for more entertainment. But geez, I'm entertained. Gross. What was it? 12 goals and a quarter. Happy with that. But yeah, geez, that's such a powerful performance. I think a lot says about the Blues on just how they rolled over and their intensity really dropped off. But I mean, how clean we were with the hand passing game tonight's the game we're on. That was a big plus sign. We heard good things throughout this preseason. We've really wanted to improve the speed and our hand passing game. And hey, job done tonight. We've played with terrific energy as the game's worn on. Powerful. And so clinical as well. I mean, we were 2 goals 6 at one point, and then we kicked up to 9 goals 6, I think. Matty Roberts, he can go for another. He'll miss. Minus score. There it is. What a way to start for the season. 20 goals 12, plays 10 goals 7. Wow. 63-point winners. And, yeah, I mean, obviously content with that. Just it felt like a game we just needed to get the job done. Really on paper, this is a game we're expected to win. And how about that? We do it in quite a strange way in the end, with almost forgetting how to play football, with being unable to change possessions and play as a team. And then as the game wore on, bang. Slick ball movement. Clean use, and how clinical were we? Dean Cox will be happy, that's safe to say. But yeah, geez. Rough loss from the Blues. I thought they started pretty promising there. Their pressure is great, out hunting us at ground level. A lot cleaner, but it just felt like they were keeping the door open, because going forward themselves, they were also too pretty scrappy. As I said at half time, like I felt both teams going forward were pretty scrappy. I mean, I thought Carlton were better around the footy than us and looked more settled behind the ball, but still felt the game was pretty wide open. Whoever's going to be the more clinical and efficient moving the pill would probably get on top, and it's good to see. Good to see. Thought we were really slick tonight, and that's what we want to see more of this year. Bring back our strengths of good ball movement and clinical ability to punish opposition with good use. Well, let's have a look at the team stats. Plus 17 inside 50s in the end after losing that by quite a bit at half time. Clearance is about the same, and contested possessions minus 17. But I thought, cleanliness from getting the ball from inside or out was really good, and our quick hand passes blitzed the Blues, especially in that third term, and just an avalanche from there on. But I tell you, this is just such a Sydney side, eh? When you see a game like that, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 1 touch at quarter time, Chad I think at about 3, and then you're finishing off the game with Chad just still piling on the pain. But yeah, happy with a performance like that. Can't get much better than that in a way, in terms of the scoreboard. Don't mind that whatsoever. Leading disposal, going to see Walsh with 32 touches, 6 clearances to his name. Mark Pitton had 8, had a very good night. I thought he had some good moments here and there, and obviously those lovely goals. But yeah, Grundy was fantastic, I thought, tonight as well. 16 disposals to his name, 46 hit-outs, 3 clearances. I'm assuming most of those disposals contested possession as well. And hey, he was a really good presence down the line in our back half. So thought his game was excellent. Heaney, 20 and 2. And McInerney, really big third term. I thought throughout the first half had some few iffy moments here and there off the ball, but his kicking, very good. And yeah, went bang in the third quarter with 3 goals. And 31 touches in the end. He might get the 3 votes with a stat line like that. But Gordon was huge, moved more on the ball in the third term, and just simply controlled the game. The quarterback, really. Everything. It felt like everything funneled through him with some great use and some hard running. 11 tackles to his name as well. 14 scoring goals for Juzzy. That's brilliant. And Gordon with 10. Roberts with 8. I like Roberts on the wing. As I said again, in the second term, whilst we're under the cosh, showed some good moments on the pressure. I thought, yeah, he had some hack kicks out of defence, but as defenders, you got to do that sometimes and clear the ball. But no, I thought his poise tonight was really good. That's what I want to see more out of Matty Roberts. Chad, a typical Chad game. Quiet first half, goes bang within a few minutes, but like the athleticism on this guy is freakishly good. So yeah, no, it was damaging for sure. Roy Bottom, underrated third term. Won a lot of... I felt he was good in the clearances for us. 12 contested possessions. Did well applying some pressure on the inside when we got the ball from in to out. And I think it was key to a number of centre clearances in the third term. Mills with some good poise back there in defence. Isaac Heaney. What was it, 1 touch at a quarter time? How about that, eh? Appreciate the kind words, Aussie Trump. Sheldrick. 39% disposal efficiency. Under the pressure of that first half, I don't think he was good enough. Like, yeah, he gets the goal in the end, and when the game's wide open, he's able to use it better. But still disappointed somewhat in Gussie's game. I would have hoped for a bit more better use with ball in hand, but weren't quite able to see that tonight. I think Cox will keep on giving them chances though. Roses, quiet game from him. Happy to see him get a goal though. Rampy was, I thought, struggling a bit early on. You could tell, 35-year-old player out there, but he neatened up. And yeah, McCartan and Melican thought really solid tonight. Kemp or Mackay weren't massive influences. McCartan probably one of the best tonight, even that first half. Pupley showed his flashes here or there. Jackie Lloyd, I thought okay. Bit more time on the wing after spending most of the time forward in the first half. Charlie Curnow, good to see him kick 3 goals and get up and about. And yeah, Josh Sarong, as we mentioned earlier, I think, there's definitely a spot for him in this team. Good versatility. And, I like the composure he showed, especially throughout that first half. So, yeah, but geez, disappointing from the Blues. As I say again, that first half, I thought their pressure was good. They looked settled in defence, but geez, it feels like, really, it's the same old from both teams' perspectives. Sydney can just run amok just like that. But for the Blues, the gulf between their best and worst is pretty substantial at times, and disappointing how their intensity really dropped off. But at the same time, I think just this Sydney side absolutely outclassed and outpowered them. So I think it's probably where both teams are at. Carlton probably are in the position to maybe shock the comp and get on a run, get on a roll. But I think heading into this game, with Sydney, with a pretty good-looking team on paper in terms of the injury front of things, this is a game I felt we were sharpened up for, and how about that? I wasn't expecting a massive margin like that, but there you go. But I'm sure the Blues will lick their wounds. A lot of new players out there for them tonight, so I think the cohesion and chemistry surely does improve. And look, it's opening round. It still feels so pre-season, like these opening round games. I thought the Hollands brothers were all right throughout the game too. Ollie had plenty of ball throughout the first half. Florent thought he had some good defensive moments behind the ball. I think should continue to be a good user for him out of defence. Hewitt, I thought Hewitt was a bit disappointing, to be honest. I thought his disposal was a bit of a shocker. Unlike him, because he was the best and fairest winner from last year. Dean, a few all right moments too. Should continue to build. But that's it from me, lads. Hopefully you did enjoy. Oh, no, cheers. Appreciate it, Pom, mate. Yeah, no, I dropped by your stream, man. Yeah, no, obviously, yeah, a rough loss for your boys. But as I say again, like, opening round feels so pre-season like. So, hey, look, still early days, mates. And look, the first half there were some promising signs. From at least the contested winning and the defence aspects. The pressure looked really good, but yeah, geez, that did drop away. But 𝐓𝐴𝐺𝐝 thought he had some real good moments in the first half. Looked zippy and hard to tackle at times. I think surely he continues his progression into a good looking footballer. How many touches did he finish on? 𝐓𝐴𝐺𝐝 Lord 26 touches. Yeah, 27 for 𝐵𝐴𝐺𝐝. So yeah, no doubt he's a ball magnet. Walsh looked a lot more fresher out there. Hopefully he can keep his body right. His running power looked good throughout that first half too. But yeah, geez, I mean, it was honestly like a Sydney grand final. Like, honestly, that second half, just the Blues simply could not run with Sydney, and that's not trying to be a prick or anything. I mean, that's just quite simply the way. It was unbelievable that third quarter. That'd be a good thing for me, mate. I mean, it would probably be a lot worse. Yeah, I mean, this team, I tell you, it can look shite one half and flick a switch like that the third term. I mean, that's what we saw a lot throughout 2024. Oh, geez, if that happens again, Christ. But no, content to get the win. Good to see a performance like that, sort of apart from the first half. But yeah, powerful real look tonight. And yeah, clean, real clean stuff with a hand passing game from getting the ball from inside to out, as I say again. But again, it just feels like the same. We see this all the time with this side. But no, happy to get a big win like that. Men voice, boys, honestly, well done. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Pommy, mate. And look, it's a long season, man. Carlton are very capable of this. They can have some ordinary games, but then they can flick a switch and really have some mature wins here or there. So, you think you can get the job done against the Tigs next week. We'll see what happens. But thanks for tuning in, lads. Have a good rest of your night. Make sure to check out Pommy if you are in the chat still. He's a top lad. I did drop by his stream as well. Make sure to check him out. And that's pretty much it from me, lads. Hopefully you enjoy. Good way to kick off the year with a win. A real powerful and statement performance in the end. There's going to be some tough tests as well these next few weeks. The Blues and Hawthorn the next two. Brisbane and Hawthorn the next two. Brisbane, a tough record we have against them, and the Hawks at the G will be a tough one as well. But a good way to set the tone and pick up a win like that. A lot to like. The gulf between the best and worst for this side throughout games, I tell you. But thanks for tuning in, lads. Have a good rest of your nights. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Swannies by 63 points in the end. Well was that third quarter? Something crazy. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Have a good rest of your night. And take care.